Welcome back to
3,
Voyages
2.
of the Defiance.
Hello.
It's been a little bit since we last played, but before we dive into it, I do need to address a comment in the previous YouTube video. There's a lot of talk about a magical armor, and I want to address these allegations head on. My response is no. And with that address, we're going to move on. So, when we last covered the Defiance, the crew disbanded and its voyage ended.
Totally.
But that does
Holy
not
shit,
mean
Jackson.
we are done.
You just got served raw cock, Jackson.
Excuse me, the
Defiance,
mysterious
Jesus
benefactor
Christ.
cord served.
I liked that other comment where that guy realized that he sourced his own dream.
Yeah, I also saw that one, yeah.
Yeah, that
Well,
sounds...
Cord has been entrusted with the Defiance itself, but there is one more task we have to do before the crew can embark on its grand voyage. Al-Amsu Mashish and Lug Usfuldan, the co-founders of the Bad Company, must be killed. Thus, we focus on a bar in Medu. It is a brisk November morning, and 7 people sit around a table. They joke and laugh with familiarity, but there is a tone of anxiety as they talk. Adrian Svensson, Georg Wallace, Andre Cox, Snort, Shaiban Mujan, Unios, and Crab. You're no longer officers in the Defiance, but you are united in this mission to go kill somebody. So, where are we going next?
Hello. Snort like walks back to the table with a beer that's about as big as his head.
All right.
I will pick him up and drink the drink.
Pick him up.
Yeah, I'm picking him up and I'm drinking the drink.
Okay.
Put me down.
Okay.
Put me down.
Where, Alex, can we have the world map, please?
Indeed,
Put
we
me
can.
down.
Yeah, I'll put it. I'll put
guys.
it. I'll put it. I'm chugging.
We're in Medu, you said?
Medu.
Okay. Guys, I somewhat forget. Why did we have to move here instead of staying in Amiens?
Because I fucked up real bad.
That's
This
right.
is true.
What'd you do?
Yes. I remember now.
What'd you do?
Some people got killed. Yeah.
Oh,
no,
that's right.
Yeah, and then I
remember that.
had a little bean spill incident.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
you were just like, "Oh my god, we did this, haha."
Okay, last year he was seen,
Yeah, that was dumb as shit.
seen near La Montfell. Well, I say we spend some time here trying to see if anyone here knows anything, just like we did in Amiens before things went sour.
Hey, Cap, and I had a question.
I have an answer.
When do I need to sign a new contract?
No, we are not on a ship.
Oh,
No ship contracts to be had.
you. Okay, sorry. That was only like a human type job I've taken.
Let's see.
I thought you guys did contracts on all of them. Do you guys not?
No, we don't.
Oh.
No.
See, in where I come from, we always had a contract and who was in charge.
You did? I didn't know you all were literate.
But yeah, well, it's not. They look a little different.
Do they look like piss on a rock or a mushroom rubbed on a bit of dirt or something?
No,
like
no,
that?
no. It was like if you needed to pick someone to get in charge, you would get together like 10, 12 guys, however many guys needed to. It'd be like us, and then everyone would stare at each other silently until someone would go vote, and then everyone points at who they want, and then some guy who would lose would get really angry and then pick up whoever won and bash their head into a rock, and it'd get blood on it, and then they'd be able to show that rock as proof that they were in charge.
That was my second guess.
So it was like that was the contract. We knew that guy was in charge.
Yeah, that I believe it.
So I
believe
don't know. Like, are we gonna do it or no?
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
cool. That's good.
Yeah, we should do that. We should do that.
I'll just let a bit of like magic missile dance along my fingers. Should we now?
Yeah,
Andre?
just a faint light shimmers along your fingertips.
I could rip you in half if I want. Don't tempt me.
It's a good thing no one's going to rip anyone in half.
I'm cool with other kinds of contracts too. I just didn't know. So I was surprised. But no contract. That's fine.
Hey, Blake,
I've got honor.
What's Andre's intelligence?
11.
I don't think it's gonna work quite as well as it worked on Snort.
What are we doing?
Like,
Don't worry about it. Well, yeah. Are there any objections to the idea of staying here for a while, seeing if we can gather more information?
none over here, Captain. I guess I could just call you
We
Adrian
can
now.
start schmoozing.
No. All right. Good. Scatter. Discover information however you will. Just don't, for the love of God, get us kicked out of this city too. There's only
Okay.
one
Hey,
place-
Captain.
Yes.
We're gonna be here in like a week, like a day, like a month, like an hour.
No more than a week.
No more than a week. No less than a day.
Probably longer than a day.
Okay. I'm gonna walk away.
Okay.
Alright, I'll get the place for us to stay for the night.
That'd be great.
And I'll go find an inn.
Yeah. So, how long are we planning on staying here? Or are we gonna go day by day? I assume we want a long rest.
Yeah, we're gonna long run. Right? I don't want
Alright.
to metagame it too much, but yeah. Basically.
Okay. You know, you need
don't-
time to reflect on your experiences.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're doing a
Get
long
our-
rest. Perfect.
Get our land legs back.
So, yeah, actually true. So, Medu does not have a lot of people here. There's no mercenaries. All those are back at either Toujois or La Monfel with the Clovians or the Autonians. So you guys can get rooms for relatively cheap. The cheapest price, there obviously, as always, there's 3 tiers, but the most reasonable price, where you're not going to, like, worried about your shit getting stolen, is going to cost about a silver per person per day. So to quickly break that down, that would be 49 silver. Who would like to pay that? Alternatively, 980 pence.
What is that in Electrum?
We all have, like,
You could give them 1 gold.
I'll give him 1 gold.
Alrighty, you overpay by a measly 20 pence. And with that, accommodations are taken care of for everyone. So, we'll go person by person. Crab is going to be spending the week reading his dark tomes on the warping of flesh. Unios, what would you like to do for the week?
Oh, gee, I don't know.
I can come back to you.
Yeah, come back.
Alrighty. Adrian, what are you doing this week?
Oh, let's start to get information about, rumors, maybe solid information about where, just the general state of affairs of the conflict at the moment.
Sure. Roll me just base persuasion check.
Oh, hey, I'm proficient in that.
I'd imagine so.
I got a 7.
Yeah, I mean, so the first day, you get the general lay of the land, which is basically Otto the Golden. This is a Clovian city. It supports Clovis the Sanctified, so their version of events is that Otto the Golden launched a coup against his fellow Grail Knights. He imprisoned one of them, who's still rotting in the city of Amiens, and then he brought blood to the countryside. For 2 years, Clovis the Sanctified has held back the foreign hordes commanded by Otto the Golden, and they fought them to a standstill at the Battle of the Sarn. But there is great concern for the coming year, because every day Otto's foreign horde grows, and the brave patriots of Toussaint weaken.
I see. And now, is there any way I can get more specific information, like general disposition of forces? even
Roll a persuasion check for the second day. Actually, just keep rolling until you get a 15 or higher. Oh! All right, second day, yeah. Generally, almost both armies are largely consisted of foreign mercenaries, despite all the talk of foreign armies. Levies in Toussaint, it's a very not populous country, but it's relatively rich. So the peasant levies are rather small, but the mercenary forces are quite large. And all of them are wintering in either Toujois or La Monfel. Almost every single one of them, because that's where, when the spring campaign season comes, they're going to get their contract, they're going to sign up with one of the belligerents, and they're going to go kill some people.
How do you spell that first one?
The cities are Toujois and La Monfel.
And you said almost all of them are.
Almost all of them. There are stories of forces located up near Dillians and the Eclaircy River.
Okay. And anything specific about the bad company? You know, the company of Havoc.
In this city, they've never heard of them.
Oh, okay. Well, that only took 2 days.
Yeah, I mean, the general information to the conflict is well known. More specific things like, you know, where the ground lights are located and stuff. You could also learn about that. I just don't know how much it is relevant for what you're looking for.
Yeah, it's really not. All right. I mean, I found out what I want to know.
Cool. Alrighty. Shaibon, what are you doing this week?
I think I'm honestly probably just gonna be like
Why did you-
either practicing magic or like during like busy hours, not trying to talk to anyone, but like see if I can find any like seemingly important persons around and about, and see kind of see what they're up to in the city.
Sure. The most important people that you will find are either wealthy merchants or local military commanders. Nobles and priests and all that have basically left for more important pastures. So the most important people are military or merchant.
All right, then I'd probably be spending a good amount of time practicing my magic.
All right, well, then that would put you in the same bucket as Crab. Do you spend much time with the wizard?
No.
Okay, so you're practicing off in your own corner. Alrighty. Georg, what are you doing during this week?
I'll probably just listen in on conversations at the bar.
Now, Georg's an alcoholic.
Wow.
And he's on land.
Crazy.
And there's a lot of alcohol around here. And there's a lot of gamblers around here.
Holy shit, I'll gamble.
Alright. There's 2 ways we can do this, Aaron. You can
Aaron
either tell
moment.
me how much you want to gamble over this week and we can play a very, very simple game. Or we can just accept that you're going to lose money. Which of these would you like to do?
I'm gonna play it.
Alright, how much do you want to gamble, Aaron?
All of it.
Don't do all of it, please.
It's
How about
on one.
we
It's gonna be
gamble?
on one roll. so-
Gamble to see how much he gambles. Like roll
You
a
can do
1
that too, yeah.
D170.
I'll start off with for Electrum.
All right. Or Electrum. I thought we were gambling. That's just fun money.
I gotta get a feel
Is it
for
really
it.
gambling if your life isn't in shambles when you lose?
There's really
No,
no
it's
excuse
so
to be
true.
poor when
It's so
gambling
true.
does exist.
Fine, we'll go up to 10 Electrum.
Oh my god, bro. Okay.
Don't we
can't
all have
carry
like
the rock.
150 gold?
We're not gonna go through. Okay, I
We
thought
have
we were gonna do
150
like. Yeah, you have like 130 gold in your sheet, man.
Oh yeah.
I thought we were
Fine,
doing
I'll start
numbers.
with 1 gold.
Oh my god. Okay. 2d6.
Bro, let me get a feel of it, goddamn.
Roll a 2d6. Whoever gets higher wins. It's nice and shrimple. Okay, you have 2 gold now.
Okay.
Chatted. All right, now bet it all.
Or at least like
Yeah,
if
go
you're
all
gonna
in, Aaron.
gamble,
Go all in.
Do it.
I'll go up to 15 gold.
Alright, let's go.
There it is.
Oh!
Oh,
There it is!
15 more gold.
15 more gold, puggers.
No, 45.
you're on a hot streak, man.
You're on a hot streak.
You're about to make it big.
You are, yes, you're making it big as we speak.
Show me any evidence you'll lose. Any precedent.
Yes.
How much
exactly.
were we betting,
90%
Aaron?
of gamblers quit
27.
right before they hit it big.
127?
I said 27.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Same rules.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
27 more gold. You're up so good.
Puggers.
You
At this
can't lose,
point, I'm
dude.
just gonna go get drinks.
Oh my god,
Oh, dude, you were
Man,
about
I
to
am
hit it.
up like 30
You were
something.
about
Fuck
to hit it.
off.
Huge, dude. You're about
Dude,
to hit
imagine
it
if you
huge.
went in double and literally doubled the entire like profit of the expedition in one hand, dude.
Oh
That'd be
my
like-
gosh.
You could,
Dude,
you
how
could
much-
get 6
how much
months of
money-
wages in one roll.
How much money did you have at the beginning, Aaron?
131 gold.
You could have ended
He's doing the math and you're winning 4 in a row already.
With 1,048 gold.
You'd be a millionaire,
You could have won 1,000 gold just then.
All
Oh
right,
my gosh.
you
Again?
go and drink. Are you drinking at full kilter the whole week?
Yeah.
All right, subtract 5 gold, and add 1 level of exhaustion because technically you are getting a long rest, but not really. Okay,
Damn.
great. You will get to level up when that comes around. So that's okay. Jesus Christ, Georg. Alrighty, Jackson, what are you up to for the week?
I think I'm gonna try and learn about the geography and navigation of Toussaint, like the pathways and
Yeah.
geology, etc.
Roll me an int check.
Can't do investigation.
Nope. This is
I
just
would-
raw
I would
rote
lo-
memory.
I would love to do investigation.
Well, I
roll
want to
me-
I
talk,
cannot think of something.
look around and see if I can learn anything rather than just think.
Sure. Roll me 6 more.
Oh, what?
6 more.
All right.
So the way this is going to work is, for every one of those that's above a 15, so that's 5 of them, if there's ever a time where you have a question about, where do we go, or where are we in Toussaint, or something like that, because I'm not just, when you're going between Medu and Toujois, I'm not just going to show you the world map, same with, boat navigation, it's going to be similar to that, but you can just say, where do I think I am, and I'll give you something very close to the truth, 5 times, so record that somewhere on your sheet.
All right.
Yeah, I'll answer any geography-related questions. Blake, what is Andre up to for this week?
Nefari. Is there a library in this town?
Of course there is.
I'm gonna go to the
word
library.
nefarious and then asks for the library.
I'm gonna eat the books to absorb their knowledge.
I'm gonna eat the book.
Nerds hate him.
Not the books.
So what's Andre up to?
I think he's gonna go to the library first.
Cool. You go to the Medu Seminary Library.
Yeah, I want to look for books on lycanthropy.
Yeah. You find a tome, a codices, if you will, called Curses. That's the entire title of the text. It's about 900 pages long.
Okay.
And since you have a full week, you are able to consume the full text. What questions do you have about lycanthropy?
I guess how does one obtain it?
Well, the Jade Lady says that the first lycanthrope was created when a evil man had sex with a she-wolf and produced the first werewolf. This werewolf spread its curse, its disease, if you will, every time it bit or scratched anyone. And, more importantly, not only could it be in human form to distract people and blend in with their community, it could also turn into a wolf and blend in amongst the packs of the woods. And therefore, you should always kill wolves which behave strangely human, because you may be taking out a werewolf in your midst.
Have I, in my past, had a thrashing with a wolf or someone who was, I guess,
Have you fought a wolf before? Maybe. Your memory is very patchy these days. You barely remember the name of the ship that you were aboard before the Defiance, and you certainly don't remember how you wound up in a rowboat covered in blood.
Does it say how it's cured?
This gives 3 ways. First is by killing the affected creature. Second is by the blessing of a saint or higher. And third is a ritual which they call the Ritual of Delaceration.
Is there any expansion on this Ritual of Delaceration?
Yeah, it's in a different section of the text. It seems to be a sort of panacea. It'll cure any curse that afflicts you, and it involves the sacrificing of a number of animal sacrifices. All of it seems very non-Jade Lady-like. It's like sacrifice these animals, make a blood circle, speak these words while dancing in a circle, and then a old woman will appear, and you need to tell her that you wish for this thing to be taken care of. And it recommends that you do this in a swampy or marsh-like area to improve the effect of it.
That's some very haggy way of putting it.
Maybe.
Was I gonna say? Is there any recordings of or remove curse spell being cast on someone with lycanthropy?
No.
I don't.
There are
wanna
2
go around-
examples of werewolves, and they both end with death.
Are there any books about those blood hunters
No.
that are
Not in a seminary library.
not in the seminary library? All right. Yeah, any other questions I have about lycanthropy? Is there a way to mitigate the, what is it? The effects?
There is a folk remedy suggested.
Yeah.
You are to take swamp weed, roll it up, and then light it underneath your nose and inhale the smoke at regular intervals for the entire week preceding the full moon.
That sounds good.
Okay. Am I
Yeah.
near a swamp?
No, you're in a city.
Is there a swamp near Toussaint at all, or Medu?
There is a swamp in Toussaint, but not in Medu.
How close is it?
Brookback Bog is located northwest of Amiens, so like 120 miles eastward.
Okay. That's nowhere near at all, but that's good
Sorry,
information.
150 miles.
Yeah. Oh, that makes a difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blake, you know a guy who likes looking around for plants and weeds and such.
Do I?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I do. But is he gonna run 150 miles there and back for some swamp weed? And by the time he comes back, he's probably would have eaten it and be like, yeah, I got stuck in a tree and I had no food for like 5 days, so I ate the weed. Sorry, man.
That is very real.
But on the bright side, I got you a
fucking suck.
rock.
You don't
That is not what happened.
I'm pretty sure that feels very accurate.
That is not what would happen.
Yeah,
He
he'd
gets the
get
job done.
kidnapped by like some vulture, and he'd
That's never
befriend the
happened.
vulture.
That's never
and
happened.
then
You're wrong. You're wrong. He would probably just dig it up out of the not even have to go anywhere because he's that good.
Well, is there anything else you'd like to do this week, Andre?
all right, on to some nefarious actions.
Oh, good heavens.
Yeah,
Oh, great heavens!
yeah. What are some dirty deeds I could do for?
Dirty deeds done dirt cheap, perhaps.
Yeah. Let me finish my fucking reference, you dick.
Oh man.
But yeah, what he said.
Yeah. What do you like? Are you asking local criminals if they need work done?
I don't
Just said
think those
not
are.
to get kicked out of the city.
Dude, wait, you're just
you're not
sorry. You have
Captain?
no specific plan. You're just trying to do anything nefarious.
Oh right. I'm gonna talk to Snort.
Alrighty. Snort. You've been. It's like 2 hours after the initial meeting. You've been snorting about, and Andre approaches you. He has a
Getting
large
smell
book.
for the city.
Yeah, it smells gross. He has a large book in the crook of his arm labeled Curses, and he's walking in your direction, mean-mogging
Wait.
you.
Wait, why did I bring the book?
Because you're carrying it around with you while you read it over the course of the next couple days.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Hello.
Snort,
Huh?
let me be real with you.
Huh?
I'm bored.
Huh?
I'm very bored.
Uh,
I need some action
Uh.
over this next week.
okay.
And I thought to myself, who
Uh.
in this city
Uh,
could fulfill that?
uh,
And it was you, Snort.
uh.
So let's get up to something. What
Uh.
are you thinking, Snort? What do you want to do?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, Alex, I'd like to look at the sky. What's the weather like?
Up above you in the sky, it is overcast and a little bit rainy.
If I kind of sniff the air, kind of get a little bit of crackling in my bones, am I getting anything? Am I getting any kind
Yeah,
of
it's probably
storm
going to snow
approaching?
later today.
Oh, wow. But no, like, big storm?
Nah, just wind.
Okay. I want to, like, we're, like, by the docks I'm painting.
Yeah.
I All right, I want to kind of look out over to the water, kind of look down there. Look like there's like a lot of cool stuff I can pick up, or does it look like rocks?
Like on the shore?
Like maybe I guess I can't really see underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Last
don't know.
time you
does
went
it-
in the harbor, mermaid tried to eat you.
Yeah. All right, Andre. Here's
Yeah.
the plan.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go down there.
Hmm.
If I don't come back, you jump into the harbor and save me.
But that's stupid.
No. Genius.
But what if you see something cool and I don't?
Oh, okay. I get an idea.
Hmm.
I've been looking for a new set of alchemist supplies.
Mm-hmm.
You should find a guy who has some and then challenge him to a duel. And if you win the duel, you get to keep it.
I like how you think, Snort.
Yeah? All right. Do you need any more instructions or is that good enough?
No. But I need the person who I'm fighting for.
I don't know anyone yet. You gotta go find someone with good alchemist supplies and then duel them.
You gotta come with me, though.
Why?
Well, I'm not gonna fight for nothing.
I know you're gonna be fighting for me, but I might be busy. Well, once you find the guy, let me know and I'll come fight with you. Well, I won't fight with you. I'll root for you when you fight. And I could play a little dirty. I could fight with you a bit.
Here's the deal.
Uh-huh.
You do the talking.
Oh.
I'll do the fighting.
Oh, so you want me to walk up to a guy and be like, "This is my goon. He'll fight you."
Yeah.
Okay. How about this? You scope out the guy. You find the guy. When you find the guy, bring me back. I'll do some talking, bit of yapping, some convincing, and then you kill him in the fight, and so we can take his things.
This is a great idea.
Okay. Good. I like reach my hand up, like look straight up at him, put my hand up above my head to shake it.
Yeah, I'm gonna shake him, but I'm gonna shake his whole body.
Yeah. You do some Looney Tune shit to him.
Yeah.
Put me down.
Yeah, I'm gonna scope out an alchemist.
Okay. Now, Andre, you're not dumb. But you also don't know anything about alchemy, so your gut instinct is to go look for a wizardy fellow. So you find yourself walking around the city in search of something magical looking. What you ultimately come to is a shop that depicts a bubbling cauldron. Inside you can see a number of glass vials, cases, things like that, and you can see a person wearing a smock with a tiny little hammer and a little chisel behind a sort of chest height counter. They seem to be both the proprietor and the craftsman of all these beautiful pieces of glass.
Does he looks like a bitch?
Does he looks like a... Well, he's in his late 50s. So, yeah.
I'll nod. I'll walk in.
He looks up and says, "Oh, how can I help you, sir?"
Do you sell alchemist supplies here?
Like what?
Like I guess alchemist supplies. Do you have any sort of variety?
Well, as you can see, we have an assortment of glasswork, if that's what you mean.
I'll squint my eyes and rub my hands. Yes.
Well, if that's what you meant, then yes, we got all sorts. I've worked with the Alchemist Guild in Toujois.
Good. And I'll step out.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. I'll
All
go
right.
fight Snort.
Well, Snort's going to be down in the harbor today, so Snort, what are we doing?
I don't know.
We snorting around?
So, here's what my my day kind of consists of.
Okay.
This is how Snort is planning to use his full week every day until something comes up where he can't do it for a full day.
Okay.
Okay. You wake up at like 2 a.m. in the barrel because
Okay.
of the nightmares.
Yeah.
And then you spend 4 hours scheming. This is me kind of rolling around the inside of the barrel, kind of scratching my back as I like scrape around, and I'm kind of just going, yeah, and I'm thinking up potions. I'm thinking up plans on how I could kill each and every single one of the people around me if I so needed to.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about ways that I could use the power of a storm to flood the goblin hold that I came from, just to see what would float to the top. Right. So then that gets tiring. So you do that for 3 hours. 5 a.m. comes along, back to sleep.
Okay.
At like 8 or 9, after kind of people have started exiting the ship, I punch out the top of the barrel. I climb out, and then I immediately walk to the bow of the ship, and I stare out at the water for a bit, for about an hour, just kind of watching the waves move and having it all overcome me. And then I just jump in. After a long bit of thinking, whenever the wind kind of pushes me to.
Yeah.
And then I forage for things. And then when I'm done foraging, I want to go meet people at the docks to see if I can find any crazy fishermen who will take me out into a storm if one occurs.
Okay, well, let's get our first day forage check then.
We're also in a hotel room.
Well, the ship's still in the harbor, so he can stay on the Defiance. if he
I'm
wants.
staying on the ship, yeah.
Yeah.
Cringe.
But you did pay for a hotel room, so there's an unused bed, so W.
Yeah, they don't have a barrel there.
That's true. They don't have your goon barrel.
Don't.
Your goon barrel?
Alright, I will have to find the thing in this. Oh, wait, it's about.
I know it's an herbalism check, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can roll the alchemy, but whatever.
Yeah.
I'm using my intelligence. That, I think, fails.
Okay. Well, it is an unfruitful day scouring amongst the silty floor of the harbor bottom. Too much, broken ships and corpses and pieces of metal down here. So you return back to the surface, and you can find Andre pacing along the docks, looking a little bit annoyed. Andre, you've been looking for this little bastard for like 3 hours, and then you see his head just like pop out of the water, perfectly dry, because he's always got that illusion on him, and he just sort of walks onto the shore, and you see this strange effect where the illusion perfectly remains, but you can see water droplets falling to the bottom of the dock, like from his sleek little wet body.
I have found him.
Huh?
I have found your alchemist supplies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Good. I stand there dripping.
Yeah, I stand there staring back.
Cool. Well, I'm kind of hungry. I'm thinking about lunch.
Are we not doing this?
Doing what? Oh, the fighting. Yeah. Let's do you want to get lunch first?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
You guys go to a sort of bar type thing, like it has no interior.
Yeah,
just like
I don't want to.
yeah.
I don't want to walk into a building. Do they have just like random ass street food?
They do have street food, yeah.
Yeah, we're getting random ass street food.
All right, you go
And
get
then we're gonna
yourself
eat it in
mystery
an alley.
meatballs, and
Yep.
you eat the food in an alleyway. You sit atop a lumpy body that's been rotting there for a couple days. It has a nice ambiance to join your mystery meat. Andre keeps a little bit of a distance, and everything's good.
Mm-hmm. All right, you finished?
Yeah.
Good. I can't finish my meatball. It's too big, so I just kind of leave it with the body.
Yeah, where do you put it?
But in his mouth, he's hungry.
No. I put it right on his chest,
Okay.
kind of balanced.
Yeah, you roll him over, you put it on his chest, you see a gaping, like a stab wound, and you just sort of put the ball on top of it.
Cool. All right. So just trust me on this. I'm the charmer. And I'm gonna get us what we need, and you're gonna do some real nefarious shit, okay?
Yes.
All right.
Yes,
Follow
good.
me. Let me do all the talking. All right. When I point at you, you say yeah. Let's
All
try
right.
that. I'm gonna point
All
at him.
right, let's do it.
Let's practice. Points.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. All right. Let's go. I walk into that shop.
Yeah, you make your way to a shop. You head inside. You can see that there's a customer in here, a man dressed in sort of deep vermilion robes, a sort of like, and he has these accent marks of blue along it. He has a staff and a book sitting at his waist, and he's chatting with the proprietor of the shop.
I walk in. I don't yell hello. I be quiet.
Okay. You can hear the two of them are chatting. This is like not a business conversation, it's a casual conversation. The guy in the robes is saying, well, I mean, don't get me wrong, I hope that we win, but you have to prepare for the inevitable. I just hope that you and Maria are taken care of. And the man sort of nods and says, well, I think we'll be fine. I'm trying to sell off the rest of my inventory, you know? We don't want to get stranded here with hundreds of gold worth of all this. And the other man nods and says, all right, well, I need to be back here in a month to re-up that enchantment, so just let me know. And he gives a nod, and as he turns around, he gives a nod to you, Snort, as well as gives a nod to you, Andre, and the man in the robes leaves the shop.
I'd like to say out of game that it's clear in Snort's face that all of the like clear subtext there about how he could negotiate went over my head.
Okay.
Hello.
The proprietor sort of, he first looks and sees Andre and says, oh, welcome back.
No, down here.
Oh, I deeply apologize.
No worries. Hey, boss, how's it going?
Oh, it's going well.
I understand that you met my friend here, Andre.
Yes, he seemed to say that you were interested in some alchemist supplies.
Yeah, that's true. I am.
I don't have any reagents.
No, that's fine. I got another guy for those.
Ah.
No, I'm just looking for some new glass. You see, I got this, and I'll pull out mine, and it's, lightly used.
Yeah.
And I just, it's just not kind of doing it for me. I feel like the heat's moving kind of weird.
Yeah, it looks a bit, wobbly in its thickness. I make sure that the bottoms of my flasks are perfectly distributed, so you have no strange heat spots in your concoctions.
Yeah, I've heard that you're the best. I really
wow,
have.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, anyways, my friend Andre here, he's kind of, and then I'm gonna do the spinning my finger at my head to denote crazy.
Yeah.
I'll give Snort a look at that.
The shopkeeper looks up to Andre.
Yeah.
I'll raise my eyebrow and look at.
Yeah, look at his face. So he's just not kind of all there. But he's really strong. Show him your muscles, Andre.
The Snort and the shopkeeper just stare at Andre for 5 seconds straight. The shopkeeper looks down and says, oh, I think I understand now.
Yeah. But he's big.
I've heard you're supposed to be patient with them.
Yeah. It's all right. You can be a little patient. But listen, the thing is that he always gets the job done. I'm just wondering if there's any way that you need help with something that a big guy who doesn't ask a lot of questions could do for you. Is there someone you're in a fight with? Or do you need some boxes moved?
Oh, I mean, yes, there's some inventory that I could move, yeah. I'm offloading everything I have in my storeroom to the shop here.
Okay, yeah. Could he help you with that?
I mean, it won't pay much. Are you in some sort of dire financial straits?
I'm gonna kind of walk in a bit closer to the counter so that I can maybe talk without Andre hearing.
Yeah, you get up
maybe
on your
not.
tippy toes.
He needs kind of purpose for a little bit.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah, I mean, the little bit of cash, sure. But
sure.
honestly,
I mean, this will only
I
take
could pay him at the end of the day.
maybe 2 hours. So if
Have
you're
him
looking
move
for
him back and forth. Have him, left side shop, right side shop.
I understand. I have a niece, kind of like that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, and he looks up at you, Andre. Hi. Andre, it was, right?
I point at him.
You take me for stupid.
No, of course not. So I hear you want to do some work.
I
gonna-
nod. I point at him.
Pick
I
up,
point at him.
snort, and we're gonna leave.
You pick up Snort by the scruff and just exit the shop while holding him.
Andre, that was part of the plan.
Yeah, I'll push him against a wall,
Andre.
and I'll just be like, when I said I was bored, this isn't what I had in mind.
Oh my god, once you earned his trust, we were gonna kill him. We were gonna eat him alive. We were gonna fuck that guy over. Oh my god, you ruined the plan. We can still save this. I just need you to move those
You
boxes
guys are like
around.
in line of sight of the shop while having this conversation.
Okay, I just need you to trust me on this. It's gonna work.
It's not gonna fucking work.
Once I
And
saw
if you
his eyes,
suggest
I
it
saw he was
again,
a
I will
kind
smear
man.
you against
and
the
way,
pavement.
and the way that you get a kind man to do your bidding is to be kind to him.
Is that what I am to you? Just someone to do your bidding?
Oh my god, you asked me for a job.
I asked you to entertain me.
I'm working on it.
These things need to be fast and right fucking now.
Oh my god, you old thing, just go fight a guy. Why do you need me to tell you who to fight? What is
Because
this,
I heard your
man?
stories and they sounded not lame.
I know.
Dozens of people and they just fold. It's not fun after a jillion times.
That's why you gotta have anticipation. You gotta move some boxes before you beat the shit out of guys. You got no understanding of narrative, kid.
That makes no sense.
Put me down. Put me down.
What are you gonna do? You gonna cry? You gonna cry?
No.
No.
Does Snort look like he's gonna cry?
Does he?
There's an illusion.
Good point. That is true. No tears are visible, but his face is kind of scrunched up.
Put me down.
I'll drop him.
Well, just before you drop him, you do hear a sort of male voice from the street. 'Cause you did this in Iowa, like across from the shop, and you hear someone say, "Put that child down."
He's a halfling, you racist.
Oh, carry on then.
Yes, I am racist. How did you know?
Based response.
Snort drops to the ground and is under his own weight again.
All right, Andre. I'm not saying you have to do this, but I'm saying you asked me for something to do, and I came up with a really good plan, and you didn't even hear the whole plan before you almost killed me.
Well, maybe next time you'll let me in on the plan.
Oh my god, you didn't ask for the whole plan.
Oh, so now I have to ask for the entire plan?
Yes, that's normally how it goes.
Normally people just tell you the plan.
Oh my god. So you went in there not knowing the plan and thought, I'm gonna get so mad at him for this later. Why not just ask me then if I had forgotten to told you and it was so obvious?
You are the worst at gaslighting.
There's everything I said is true. Every goddamn thing I said is true.
Dude, Andre caught
What is
knows
going
Krugerian analysis.
I am losing it right now. Listen, you've got 3 options, okay? You can either go in there and move boxes, and then later we'll eat that guy, or we can not talk for a while, and I'll just be mad at you because I feel like we haven't been communicating well. Or 3, you can hug it out, go get a beer, and tomorrow maybe we'll have a new idea.
What if you ate him before I moved the boxes?
No, you can't. Just eat somebody. You have to learn their patterns first. That's why I needed you on the inside.
What do you mean? I've eaten someone.
What?
That was good.
It's not that hard.
What?
That was a good
What?
one.
You don't remember when you guys found me in the boat?
Yeah. You ate those guys?
Well, I don't know where the other part of their bodies were.
Dude, this is crazy. You came to me and said I want to do evil shit. And then I came up with a lukewarm evil plan, and then you're like, how come I'm not eating people sooner? Just like, why go to me? Just go eat someone. You like you just wanna be able to do something evil, and then at the end of it, when you realize you've done bad, wash your hands of your sins by saying Snort told me to do it. Snort told me to do it. If you really want to be evil, you just do evil.
I mean, you're the one that suggested that we're gonna eat him.
Yeah, but I had a plan.
Is there any way to be ethical about eating a person?
I'm not making this about ethics. No, at no point have I cited good ethics. That's never been a quality of mine.
You know, fair enough. On second thought,
I'm done. I'm walking away.
no. On second thought, I think we should just hug it out and get.
Oh,
that beer.
really?
Yeah.
Dude, thanks. And I'm just gonna grab your leg.
I'll give him a pat on the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone gives
And I'll
like
go buy
someone
2
walking
beers.
by the alleyway gives you guys a weird look as you're like patting this child on the head, and he's like fully dressed up. And then when you walk out on the street, people look away again because like, oh, it's just happening. And the two of you go to a bar.
I'll drop an electrum for the whole night.
Nice, yeah. You guys drink a fair number of beers. A lot of people want to arm wrestle Andre. No real challenges there. A lot of people make fun of Snort on the basis of him being a halfling. It doesn't really do much considering, you know, you don't take offense from those.
I like couldn't agree more. I like they say something horrible at halflings and I give them a high five and say like,
yeah, and
hell
then they
yeah.
all laugh and they're like, oh, he's one of the good ones. He's one of the good ones. Alrighty.
Good ones. It's
Well, yeah, you guys enjoy the evening. So let's get some more. Is there anything else you'd like to do during the long rest, Andre?
Well, I don't know.
No is a perfectly
Nope.
fine answer.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Alrighty. Then, Snort, let's get ourselves some alchemist supplies checks.
You just want like a lot.
Probably, yeah, like 6.
Nope.
Are you looking for a specific ingredient or anything?
You just get a 15. Oh, okay, got one.
Huge!
Ben being asked to not scheme for 5 seconds.
Bro, he schemes every morning.
Dude,
Chronically
I
scheming.
literally schedule my scheming time, and you guys are like, okay, wait. Successful
Yeah,
gathering
I
attempt
can
would
go.
result in the DM rolling a D4 for how many ingredients are gathered. So go ahead and roll me a D4, Alex.
He's a chronic schemer.
He switched it
you.
up on him.
What number?
It's a 4.
It's a 4. Okay, great. And then
It's like a 4d10 or something, right?
got some ingredients. The DM can determine whether or not. I don't think we're worried about that. Talk to somebody else while I read this again.
Okay.
Unless
well,
I'm the last one.
You are the last one.
Ah, sad.
Sag.
Maybe I just go to this chart at
Well,
the end.
actually, I can ask Ethan a question, because this will need to happen at the end of the long rest anyways. Also, everyone other than Ben can start leveling up right now, since we're doing the long rest. So, Ethan, where are we going once this long rest finishes?
Yes. So, can I get the world map, please?
Yep.
Alex, so you would consider us coastal / underwater, correct?
Certainly.
Okay. Then I need 2d6 4 times. Could you roll that?
Yeah, I can.
Thanks, boss. 5, 5,
Whoops, I rolled 1 too many times.
7, 8. All right, I got Chromis slime, common
That's so
ingredient, and you said it was 7 and 8.
7
All right, and then
yeah.
two common ingredients. So I need to roll on the common ingredient table. So that means I need 2d6 2 more times.
Huge. 9 and 5.
9 and 5. All right, so I've got 2 Chromis slime. I guess I should put this on my sheet.
It's insane.
What?
You got
Second
Chromis slime.
level
Oh. I thought he
Yeah,
was
what's
blogging out
good
about
slime?
the Chromis slime.
No.
What's good, my slime?
No, 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 no. We
Alright,
got
2
the
Chroma
Ajaxes out.
slime.
No.
I got 2 Chroma slime, and then I got 2 wild sage roots.
Are we rolling for HP or average?
Indeed, we are. We are definitely rolling.
Got it.
And then I've got 2 worm tongue petals.
Tasty.
No, 1 worm tongue petal.
Let's go, Jackson. Let's fucking go.
I'm not in the.
Dude, I
pens
checked your
anymore.
sheet and I was like 100% convinced that you had like forgotten to level up because your HP was so low. It is literally half the number of all the other people at your level.
Alright, how many more herbalisms do I have?
You did
2
all
more?
of them, I think.
No, I only rolled 4. You said I had 6.
Oh, you're right. You did only roll 4. Yeah, then you have 2 remaining. Yeah. Tragic.
Any teeners? No.
Any
okay.
tears?
Alright.
Can you make anything with what you have?
That's gonna require some reading.
I see. Okay. Well, since we're all leveling up and stuff, we're gonna take a super quick break. Welcome back to Voyages of the Defiance. We're all leveled up, got all of our resources. Where are we headed?
For the sea.
I was thinking we'll head up to Toujois first. God, these fucking silly French.
Oh, you're going to the city of Toujois, the municipality of Toujois?
Take me to Joey's.
All right, we're going to Toujois.
Why are we going to Toujois?
Because that is where some of the mercenary companies are wintering until the next campaigning season.
But
I find it
doesn't
more likely they're going to be at La Monfel, but it will be much easier to get to Toujois because we won't have to cross the front.
that is true. That is true.
So we might as well just go there first.
I'm wintering.
Alrighty,
Winter
so you
method?
guys head out into the countryside. This is the
I
wrong
think
one.
that's what that
We're gonna
is.
do this one. You guys head out into the countryside, and
Hello.
this strange land immediately puts you off guard. You're all from the east, and largely from the city state of the Invincible Overlord, except for Snort. Exception. This doesn't apply to you. Over.
What was
it? We're getting there. And where the city state is a very dense land. Every inch is cultivated for farming, and the country lanes are busied with inns, taverns, farriers, and other businesses that service travelers. You hear the tongues of a dozen nations, and you don't fear because you know the Iron Legion will come in and prevent anything bad from happening. Here in Tucson, things are very different. The villages are sparse, and there are vast horizons of snowy hills that sort of swoop across the landscape with flocks of sheep that are trying to stay warm together. There's too much land and too little people. It's colder and wetter here than the east that you're used to. People walk around bundled up rather than their chests exposed to the breeze. They seem to be very bitter. They give you harsh looks as you pass by. The reactions you're used to armed men are either like feigned happiness or they just kind of ignore you and pretend that you're not there. Here, though, you get looks of like outright hostility as you pass through many agricultural villages, and no one comes out to greet you. They remain bundled up in their homes with, fires keeping them warm. And overall, the vibe you get from Tucson in the dead of winter is, you're not a fan. Not a fan at all. Additionally, there are no inns to take you in. There is not a big culture of traveling here, nor will villagers let you stay in their homes. You will be sleeping on the cold ground. Does anyone have rations?
I was gonna ask about that.
Now, these can be purchased. They will sell you food, but it will be at a premium.
Let's see here.
That's crazy. Don't have any.
I did not think you would, because you're not really land-based adventurers.
Nah.
Tadka.
Alrighty, then you will be paying...
I thought I had food, but it says crabs rock. It's not actually made of crab.
Yeah. Then for this 2-day journey of marching, you will be paying an exorbitant 4 electrum for food.
Total or each?
Total. For the whole thing. For all of
Jackson can pay that.
Oh, I'm not gonna do that.
I will pay 1 electrum.
Sure, I'll pay an electrum.
you. Yeah,
I'll
we
do
need 2
an
more.
electrum.
Okay, we need 1 more.
I'll pay.
Yay, we
I'm
made
like,
it,
I'm
guys. So you sleep one night on the cold earth, and it is fucking miserable. You have no tents, so you have to appeal to Adrian and Andre's service in various militaries. You get leaves and sticks and make yourself little lean-tos, and it fucking sucks. And you all have to sleep in a pile, and Snort rolls around while he sleeps across your faces and your noses, and you all smell gross little slimy goblin skin in the morning. The second day.
Yeah, I went to sleep on one side of the pile and wake up on the total other.
And there are scratch marks on people's faces because Snort has those sharp little claws and he's like rolling across your faces as he sleeps.
Yeah. Well, and I'm like squirming my way into the middle of the pile and back in on top when I need to go off.
Do we have like a greasy slime on us now too?
Not quite that, just the smell, just the lingering smell of Boblin.
I'll wake up. The fuck is that? I'll sniff Unios.
He smells like it too.
Sniff
Not to
Snort,
me.
who is maybe next to me.
He reeks of it.
What's up?
Why do you smell like that, Snort?
It's like what?
Like how you smell. You don't smell like. I suppose it would be weird if you smelled like a human, wouldn't it?
What do you, I don't know what you're talking about. You're being kind of rude, though. I'll say that much.
Oh, have I? I feel like I've proved to you that I have no problem being rude.
What? Yeah. It's not about if you do. It's that you should.
I should. I'm rude to everyone.
It doesn't make it kind.
Okay, I'm not trying to be.
Okay. Well, I hate you.
I'm glad. Anyway, you're sleeping on the outside of the pile next time.
Okay.
Perhaps we can buy some tents and chojois.
Probably for the best. And wait, where?
Where are we going? To Joyce.
Oh, I see. Yes, these people in their silly names.
So the second day, you begin to march, and a light snow has begun. It's not that I think everyone here, with one notable exception, has seen snow before. Snort, you've seen this white shit hanging on to the landscape of Tucson, but it's never been close to the road, and every time you start to walk away from the road, one of the tall people yells at you. Not very fun. But today, as you're walking down the street, you see little bits of white, and at first you think they're ash, because you've seen ash before. That makes sense. But when you go to catch one, it sort of dissolves on your finger, and
Oh no.
yeah, a full-on snowstorm begins, and you are seeing and engaging with your first snow.
Oh wow. Guys, look.
What is it, Snort?
I can't catch it, and I'm just gonna try and like pick it up out of the air.
Yeah, and it just, it dissolves when it touches your skin, little bits of snow.
Never seen snow before, Snort?
No, I'm from a cave.
I'll
What's
lean
this?
over to Unios. It's like a dog seeing snow for the first time.
I'll laugh.
And then I dive forward trying to pick up a bunch of it
Yeah, you
I'll,
leap forward.
out of the air.
Yeah,
I'll
and,
get a
and your hand
snowball
passes right through
together.
it.
I'll get a nice big snowball. Hey, Snort! And fucking nail him right.
Make a dex saving throw from Snort. He got this. He'll be fine.
Wait,
Yeah, hold on. I'm actually
Wait. Shouldn't I make like a ranged attack basically?
Nah, dex save.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, you leap out of the way, full-bodied.
Yeah, no, and I do the thing where I push a bunch of air below me to like airbender my
You
way out of
burst
that shit.
up, yeah.
He doesn't know about snowball fights. Lol. I'll lob another one.
Yeah, I'll throw one too.
No, let's go.
I think you can dodge
Fire!
Adrian's one, but then totally out of your line of sight, you get hit by one from
All right.
Unios.
All right, you know what? Fine. I'm gonna cast Snort's snowball swarm on them.
Oh no! Wait, what? What is this? He does know about snowball fights.
You watch
No!
as Snort looks at you all, and he sort of extends his hands, and as he rises them, all the snow around you begins to form into distinct balls, and then they fly out in all directions.
Dex save.
Yeah, you
don't
guys are
think
taking damage.
Okay, dex save from Unios and Adrian.
I'll have it do 1d6 instead of 3.
That's fine. Yeah, okay, sounds good. All right, dex save from Adrian and Unios. That's a pass from Unios, a fail from Adrian. You can roll the d6, Ben.
All right.
All right, you take 4 cold damage, Adrian, and 2 on Unios.
Oh, fuck.
You are pelted by a wall. Like, this isn't like 12 or 20 snowballs. This is so many snowballs, it feels like you just got hit by a wall of snow.
I am laughing hysterically at them.
You're in a snowdrift now.
Oh, this is incredible to watch.
You will know my power.
Yes, great power, Snort.
Have some cold, bastard! And I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost, except I'm gonna have it do I'll have it do like a D4, not a D8.
Oh, well, you gotta hit first, okay? We'll see.
Oh, yeah.
The most lighthearted PvP ever. That
Fuck,
misses,
it's
bro.
11.
Snort dukes dusks out of the way.
Yeah, well, I just like throw a bunch of wind so that the ray like gets deflected up above my head.
Holy.
Can't triple.
You cannot fight me.
All right, go for it again. We'll see.
There we go. 20.
No! All right, roll a d4.
Bonk.
Snort, you experience something new. You've always associated this freezing cold like you're gonna die with the deep, deep ocean. But now you realize, turns out snow does it too, and you start to feel a chill when this ice beam strikes you on the shoulder.
And you're really slow for like 6 seconds, and then it goes away.
If I can use shape water to cause water to go into simple shapes,
Yeah,
can I do that with snow as well?
Water has a specific ice thing, I thought.
indeed. It does.
you can freeze water.
Yeah,
but-
you can unfreeze it as well.
Does it say that?
I think that's. I assume so. I've had people use it that way, so I sort of assumed it worked like that.
I'm not convinced.
Yeah,
Oh, your
you freeze the
water increases in 1 hour. Interesting. Yeah, I think it just allows you to manipulate the liquid, not the frozen snow. Unfortunately,
Okay, Sag.
But yeah,
All
you
right,
are
all right.
pelted by.
I didn't
ice
think you were
beam.
gonna be familiar with a snowball fight, Snort. That's
Well, one of many cases where I'm much smarter and more powerful than you could know about.
How do you not know about snow, but you know about a snowball fight?
Oh, I don't know. I never kind of really lived in it like this, but once you started throwing it, I was like, oh shit, I know that one.
Ah! Are you accustomed to throwing your own feces at each other or something like that?
No, I actually learned this one on the boat.
Well, that's...
Kind of fucked up to ask, Captain.
Yes, correct. Oh, I did promise I was gonna be nice to you, didn't I?
Yeah, we talked about it a couple times. But it's okay.
Oh well.
You all continue on your march, and slowly, as the day gets colder and colder and the snow comes down heavier and heavier, Snort, you begin to realize in this cold environment, your current illusion is a little bit lacking because you watch as everyone around here, their noses start to turn red, their breath is clouding in front of them, you know, their little snot is starting to run down from their nose and they're forced to like wipe it with scarves and such. And while that is all happening to you, the Boblin, your illusion looks totally fine.
Shit. Can I get a wet version of my illusion?
For sure, yeah. You can alter the illusion with a little bit of, runny, like, just goop just sitting right above the lid and a red nose. And
Alex, I will be
yeah.
trying to update that somewhat frequently, especially if we see people coming.
Mhm.
But if you end up wanting to call that, like, I didn't do it in time or that it's going to be a problem, that's fine.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
And as you guys continue, Crab, he didn't seem quite as shocked as Snort, but and he has seen snow before, but the cold seems to be doing a number on him. He is like bundled up. His scarf, which he normally wears around his neck, Crab has it like fully tied up, and its turban is way too fancy. It's more like he's just like trying to desperately wrap it around his head for warmth. Crab is shivering and jittering, and he is not enjoying this cold weather. And you guys continue, and eventually you reach a crossroads.
Don't the deserts get super cold? Why is he
In the evening,
Why is the cold
yeah,
new?
if he lived in the desert. He's not from the desert, though. He's from the Sapphire Oasis.
I thought
Oh,
what I
no.
thought the
Wow, Blake.
I thought the Water Confederation was in the
yeah, but it's
the
not a desert.
Is that
It's a
not?
beautiful oasis.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't get.
I'm
it doesn't
sorry, I
have
don't
crazy
know.
temperature shifts.
Oh my
Anyways.
god.
You guys reach a crossroads.
He didn't understand physics, and by proxy, that makes him racist.
That is true. That is true. I've heard this many times. There's a sign
Many such
which helpfully
cases.
points you in the direction of Toujois. It says that it is exactly 17,000 royal hands away, which means nothing to you, but probably a bit of distance. I mean, if it's based on your hands, it's pretty close.
Do you think His Majesty has bigger hands than I do?
Crab sort of, he's like using his scarf to warm himself and speaks. I don't think they have a king.
Well, I'll look at the sign again. What did it say?
Royal hands.
They have those, they have, Grail Knights.
Do you think His former Majesty's hands is as big? Do they call Grail Knights, royal?
I
didn't
don't
think
know.
that was- You seem kind of cold.
transfers to his cock.
I am very cold, yes.
Isn't it cold in the desert?
I am from the Water Confederation.
It's a different place.
Wait, is that not? I thought.
Isn't that right next to the desert?
Isn't that in the middle of the desert?
I think Esteni
No.
is next to the desert as well. Would you ask them if it gets cold or hot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would actually.
He mutters something in his native language, which he has not done in a very long time. He only did that when he got really mad in the past. And he mutters something in his native language.
Okay. I'll shut up. That's fine.
Oh, true.
And as you're looking at this signpost, and you prepare to walk in the direction of Toujois, all around here is a light forest. These bald trees, these bald bushes, all the leaves have long since, gone away. And from behind a boulder, at the sort of intersection, at the area where these three roads meet, you see a person leap out from behind the boulder. He is in bright blue sort of garments. He has a little sword, an epee, in his right hand, and he sort of gestures it in your direction. And does anyone here speak Protonic?
Nope.
Probably.
No.
Not a fucking shot.
Okay,
Dude.
he says,
No, only primordial.
no me.
Let me check.
Fuck off.
He says in common,
You must, you are bandits, are you not? You must return your ill-gotten gains to the people of Toussaint.
Oh, it's
No.
Robin Hood.
We're not.
Oh, I
bandits.
do speak Protonic.
well,
That's
then he
awesome.
said you need to return your gains to the people of Breton.
Wait. Didn't he say we were bandits?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We aren't bandits.
But your weapons.
Yeah, we're headed up to Toujois, mercenaries.
Oh.
He sheathes his sword.
Are you certain?
Yes.
Oh,
We haven't even been here that long.
I see. Well, this is uncomfortable. If you see any bandits, tell them that Dumont the Swift is coming for them.
All right then. We'll do that.
I'll lead
Yeah.
into Shaipon and say Dumont the Swift looks like a pussy.
I'll fucking chuckle at that.
We
Like, we're
will.
like trying to hide it.
The duelist will
Oh,
say,
I'm gonna bonk I'm gonna bonk fucking god damn it. What's his name?
Andre.
Andre.
I will
Andre, there it
I will
is.
punch Adrian.
make a melee weapon attack. It's just your strength, just a strength check, basically. Oh man.
More damage here to each other than the entire campaign.
What's your? It's lower than Adrian's AC. So Adrian, you can tell just like his entire upper torso starts to twist, and that's when you're like, oh shit, and then you lean backwards. The person, begins to withdraw their blade and says, "Oh, what is happening?"
No, it's weird Eastern customs. Don't
Oh,
worry.
he sheathes his
Okay.
blade.
All right.
Well,
Are we good?
This guy's always sheathing and unsheathing.
I guess.
We'll tell bandits. We'll tell bandits about Poop the Swift.
Dumont the Swift.
Oh, sorry. Your
No, I
language-
need to hear you say it. I'm trying to, get the thing going here.
Dumu the Swift?
Dumont.
Dumont the Swift?
Dumont.
Du?
Ma.
Mont.
But sure.
Oh, okay. All right. Dumont the Swift.
Yes.
Can we go?
Yeah, I guess.
All right then.
Sad.
And he returns behind his boulder, and you take the left path in the direction of Toujours.
I'm
You
gonna,
continue. Yeah.
as we're walking, I'm gonna slowly shift so I'm behind Andre.
Yeah.
Yeah, just very casually
Okay.
over like.
I'm just gonna not let him do that.
Why?
No,
No,
that's very
this is
weird.
this is like over like 30 minutes, so I'm literally just
Oh,
very
okay.
slowly drifting back there.
Sure.
Yeah.
You need to know that Andre is so capable of hurting you. I don't know if this is a Snort situation, man.
No, I'm aware. I'm not gonna
So,
hurt him.
okay. Snort is very
Yeah.
amicable to being fucked with. Andre is a psychopath.
Andre will
Yeah.
just straight up kill you. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm reading his
okay.
sheet. Like,
I'm like 30 feet behind him,
Okay. All right.
and I'm gonna cast message,
Okay.
and in his head say, "Andre, it is I, God. Leave everyone else alone."
I'm gonna turn around and like look at him
Well,
as
does he
he's
look from inside
really,
directly
like,
at
like really fakely innocent, just like looking everywhere but him. Interesting snow we have here today. Oh, hello,
If you do that
Andre.
again, I will kill you.
No, lol.
Canonical law.
Okay. I'm just gonna tell you what's gonna happen.
All right then. Grab if he tries to kill me. Fireball him, please.
I would fireball anyone just for some warmth.
Yeah, that's fair.
And you continue forward. When you had thought of the great cities of the Northern Kingdom, you had thought of Amiens and Liebstadt, and while Amiens was smaller than some eastern cities, it was still an incredibly impressive sight. But Toujours, this city you approach now, is not that far from Amiens in terms of its size and stature. It has 2 tiers of city walls, and the fields outside the city have been plowed and turned into trenches, moats, and other earthworks. An assault on this city would be brutal, and since these Westerners don't have gunpowder, assaulting the city walls could take months or even years or some immense act of magic. There are checkpoints at every gate, and the soldiers here have a professional attitude. They have no standard uniform, though, like many Eastern soldiers. All they have are tabards on their chest, likely marking the noble whom they serve. Due to this, the city is highly colorful. The only city you can think of that would be as colorful as Toujours would be one of the Delian cities, like Zuri or Godaluca. The colors come from the streamers and tabards and flags that are draped across every inch of the city. The soldiers wear coat of arms, the houses fly marks of their loyalty, and the government buildings fly flags of a dozen different lords and dukes and such. It is a great cacophony of color. And as you all approach the city, you are not joined by many people. Peasants likely are back in their villages. Merchants are probably not going to Tucson first, so it's quite a sleepy city, and you are the only group of travelers approaching the eastern gate. As you do so, no patrol comes out to greet you. They just remain in their position. So eventually, you are all standing in front of a closed portcullis, and you can see a group of men are gathered near a campfire. They got a little table next to it. They're playing some cards like 45 feet beyond the portcullis. So they're kind of just ignoring you and continuing their card game.
Hey!
One of them glances up, goes back to his hand.
No one come in.
One of them stands up, kind of annoyed, pulls on his helmet. You see, a fluttering tabard. He walks over to the gate. He's on the other side. You can see he's got a bright red nose. He looks miserable. "What do you want?" he says in common.
To come in.
Yeah. What are you? Some sort of mercenary company?
Yeah.
Yeah, just... Does it have to be right now?
I'm as cold as you are.
I know. Go.
So yeah.
I'll go get the Master Sergeant.
Kicks like a clod of frozen hard earth and heads into one of the nearby barracks. And a little bit later, it'll take about 5 minutes for them to muster all the personnel required for opening the gate and making sure that you don't do any.
Soldier.
And they have to give a little patrol to make sure you don't like try to break into their little fort here, because this is like it's a 2-tiered entryway, so you can't just like flood the city if you are enemies. But you know, there's like 20 of them eventually that roust for all this, and they don't really search you. They've been expecting mercenaries all winter, so there's no process of like you registering or anything. God bless. In Mythosia, this would take hours. But you just walk into the city of Tujois. The
How
people
simple it could be, guys.
here, people largely are staying inside. It is freezing today, and it's still snowing like it has been since the morning. So you see smokestacks rising from practically every building in the whole city, but really no one's out on the streets.
That sounds about right.
So you kind of go into this really colorful city, and it's mostly quiet, which is a sort of weird contrast.
Huh. Okay, let's go try and find the mercenaries.
Where are you gonna go do that?
Mercenary house.
Well, let's try just find fucking large concentrations of people.
Well,
Just kind of wander around.
you walk towards the town square of the city. It's a good start in any city. There are occasional clusters of soldiers. These must be professionals, and they look fucking miserable. They're always gathered around like some sort of fire source, and they look at you with like hatred, not because they dislike you in particular, just because they dislike everything at the moment. And in the town square, you can find that there are almost every building adjoining the town square has this similar sort of setup where there's these courtyards for outdoor seating. These are empty. No one is in here. Then there are these large double doors, almost look like stable house doors. And then you can see bright lights on the inside and loud noises. These look like some sort of gathering ground, though, you know, since these doors are closed, you can't tell what's on the other side. And there's like 6 of them all adjoining the central courtyard of the city.
That's a good sign. Let's head on into one at random, I
Sure.
suppose.
You just pick a random one. This one has a little vine as its little symbol of like the above the doorway. You approach it, you sort of shake the snow off your outfits, you know, stamp your boots to get any excess moisture off, and you head inside. And what opens you, when you open the door, this cacophony of noise hits you, because this is something that you don't really have in most of Eastern Valeros. Some of the Delian League has it. These are beer houses. There are tons of areas to sit here. Hundreds of people packed into this one room. There's little corners for gambling, little corners for like chicken fights and snail racing, you know, tasks of people who are bored as shit and need something to do, and they're willing to torture small animals to achieve it. And there are a lot of people in here, and they are all soldiers, or at least mercenaries, because they all have weapons of various types, which are generally frowned upon in northern cities, as you've experienced.
Nail right.
All right, gents. I'll turn around to them. Disperse, find information, you know, be discreet, all that good stuff. And
What's our cover?
overall, we are a mercenary company. We sailed here.
So what are
from
we
the
called?
state.
Bet you didn't think of that. Once again, Snort saving your fucking ass.
You could just go
Oh,
to
I'm sorry.
Defiance.
Could you not have just come up with something?
No, we gotta come up with the same thing, or else people are gonna think that we're lying.
Because
we
we not
are.
just like use the Defiance as the name. It's a
That
good
is-
name.
That's not what mercenary groups call themselves. They have names like Adrian's Company.
Yeah, there we go.
Snort and the gang.
Nope.
Snort and Adrian's company.
Adrian's company.
Snort.
Well, actually, you're not captain at the moment. Snort has just as much claim to all of
Well,
us.
let's come up with something neutral then.
Snort and the gang.
Black Iron's Company.
Black Iron.
I like it.
Well,
Okay,
already.
yeah, okay.
All right,
Black Iron's
Black Iron.
company.
There it is.
Sounds good to me.
And Snort.
All right.
Crab
see if we
walks
can
away
find
from
where
the
they are.
entryway straight towards one of the large burning fire pits.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So,
I'll head to somewhere to get alcohol.
yeah, you just sit down one of the long tables. You basically just, there's these little pucks placed everywhere, and you sort of watch other people to learn the etiquette. You just flip a puck, and when it's face up, someone will come and place beer there. You don't know how this is being charged, because they don't charge you. They're not like, hey, give me money, I give you this thing. It's just there. There's just beer there.
Oh, you know, I'm not gonna ask. Fuck those guys. I was gonna ask, but like, lol, free
Yeah,
beer.
there's other chips that are slightly larger that you can use to call for sausages and other sort of meats and foods.
Oh, yeah, I'll call for some of that.
Yeah, it just comes and no one charges you.
Astounded. I'll lean over to whoever's next to me.
Yeah, there's a tall man. He looks darker skinned than most Northerners, so probably Estenian or Hethanian. Maybe Water Confederation, but he'd be pretty light. And he's talking to the guy next to him in like a sort of deep, gravelly language you haven't heard.
I'll tap him on the shoulder.
He looks over. He looks a little bit drunk.
How, do we have to pay for this at some point?
Oh, the guy, religious man, paid for it all for the whole winter, believe it or not.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he slaps his stomach, and you can see, you know, assuming he was a well-in-shape soldier, you know, when this all started, he's gained like 20 pounds since the winter started.
Oh my god. And who might that be?
Clovis, the sanctified.
Oh,
A generous
I see,
man.
I see we chose the right port to settle in then.
You are some sort of settlers.
We were. We came up here for work.
Well,
We're,
there's work aplenty
adept at
when the spring comes.
Yes, that's why we headed over here. Have you been with Clovis long?
No, I just joined up for the last season. It was good though. We won the only battle of the whole campaigning season, and yet we were paid for the whole thing. I mean, my company did barely anything.
That seems like this is a sweet gig.
It is. I've never had any patron buy this much for everyone. I think the peasants are starving, but yeah, fuck them anyways, right?
Oh, yeah, fuck. And the sausages arrive and fuck.
Yeah.
There we go. I got a question. You said you were here the last season, right?
Yeah.
We heard about this rumor, a bunch of halflings that were fighting. For Autumn.
Yeah, I heard about him.
Didn't actually see them.
No. My unit was assigned to guard one of the crossroads, supply lines, those sorts of things.
Oh, I see.
It was good pillaging.
Wait, what?
Pillaging?
You pillaged your own supply lines?
Well, no. You see, all these little villages between us and Lomond Fell are considered enemy villages since they provide food to the enemy. That religious fella just let us off the chain.
Oh, all right then.
It's the best job I've ever had.
This is gonna be a good time. I'll engorge myself.
Yeah, it's tasty.
Yeah, all right. I'll wander around, try and find someone who wasn't just guarding crossroads and murdering peasants.
Yeah, that would be the majority of people here. This
That was just
hall,
fucking Shotch?
well, his whole company was, yeah. This hall contains about 300 people, and the cavalry forces here, those who are mounted, like his company, they didn't do any fighting. They were doing either reconnaissance or destroying villages. It's the infantry guys who fought on the front lines. And, you know, you talk to a couple different people, and the general reputation that you learn is that the bad company are bad fucking news. Like, if one of the noblemen of Clovis told you that that's the section of the front you're going to, and you saw that little banner that they had, you just don't go there. You literally just violate orders and say, oh, I must have gotten lost in, like, the fucking communication path, and you just go to a different part of the battlefield.
Okay then.
We've got our work cut out for us.
And they haven't switched sides or anything as of late. They're still fucking fighting for Audis.
Yeah, so one thing you learn is that Clovis seems to be more than willing to take on any traitors from Otto the Golden. You hear a couple people here like, yeah, you know, I fought for Otto during his initial coup, but I've switched sides since then because Clovis pays better and he'll feed me. But you don't hear any stories of the opposite. Like, Otto doesn't seem to accept anyone that wants to switch sides. He seems very intent on killing everyone.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's going to be an issue for getting across the front line.
It also limits defections quite a bit.
Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense a lot.
Like, the vibe you get here is that Clovis is the Delian League works a lot like this, where you'll have like these kings or whatever who are so desperate to win a war they basically surrender their whole kingdom just to get the army that can win it. Like Clovis must be desperate because he's giving these people everything they could ever ask for at the expense of everything else. Otto the Golden is fighting this war like someone with a normal army, which is he's not willing to make all these compromises to win. Quite brutal.
Let's see here. This woods right here. Is that scary Fey Woods or is that scary normal woods?
All the green is scary Fey Woods. Normal woods aren't marked.
Fuck.
Well, there's the Deadwood, which is normal woods, right?
No, those are even worse Fey Woods. They're undead Fey Woods.
I didn't know they still counted as Fey.
Yeah,
Sad.
sad.
Well, fortunately it's medieval times and fronts aren't covered like they.
Correct, and it's winter.
Yeah, we should be able just to fucking like go over here or something and then approach Lomonville.
Yeah. At the end of the previous session, you had talked about acquiring more manpower before you took on the bad company. Do you want to try to go through with that?
Yeah, that's right.
Sounds like people don't like fighting them much. Can't imagine
Sounds
why.
like they're content to stay here too.
Well, there's
Yeah.
one thing that you do learn, which is they're not on contract right now. They're not getting paid.
Oh, well
They're
that's
being
perfect.
given, yeah, they're being given tons of other benefits. To be clear, they're given barracks, they're given food, they're given wine, they're given everything that Clovis can provide them without giving them money. But they're only on contract when the campaign season starts.
Okay, I will bring it up to if I meet people who are like lieutenants of a company or just
Yeah.
in charge of companies, I'll bring it up to them. I'll ask them if they'd be interested in some form of work. At the moment.
Yeah, you get a bit of a chilly reception for obvious reasons. I mean, this is a pretty sweet gig, and what you're what is the pitch you're giving them?
It's literally just you'll get good
Free
pay
trip to
for a
Tucson.
for a short amount of time, and then you'll like it will not
Yeah,
last.
where are they going?
To Lamontville.
Okay. You get a more than chilly. You get an icy cold response from most people. But I do want to turn it over to some other folks because they're also schmoozing around. So does anyone else want to talk to anyone in particular?
Yes.
Oh, Snort.
Yeah. I want to find the shortest guy that's still a human.
Still human. Okay.
Yeah.
You find someone that we would say has dwarfism. That's how we would describe it. He is sitting with a bunch of other men. He has like leather armor on, has a short sword at his side, though for him it's a normal sword.
Hey, what's up, man? I walk up. I'm kind of holding the beer. I like pat him on the shoulder.
He like flinches away when you touch him, looks at you.
The boss. Hey, what's up, man? I'm new in town. Just trying to make friends.
He looks at you, looks at your hairy halfling feet. And he goes back to eating with the others.
What? Dude, come. Fine. I walk away dejected, sad.
Sag.
Yeah.
The bottom of the short person totem pole.
Yeah, I thought short king support short king.
No, you're a halfling. He's a human. It could never work.
All right.
Sag.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I'll go to the. Is there a bartender?
There are people who provide beer. Yeah, not a traditional bartender though. There's just giant kegs and people who pour from them.
Okay. Is there like a bar to sit at where you're like close to them? Or is it only like tables?
There are stools nearby with little tables on them.
All right. Yeah. I'll just pull up at one of those.
Yeah.
And I'll just be like looking really sad into my beer. I tried to make a friend.
Yeah. Sag. Does anyone else want to speak
being
with
the
him?
bosun.
Eric's, are the people here wearing like winter clothes or are they like underdressed?
It's pretty toasty in here because of all the fires and the fact that people, so many bodies are in this room. So no, they're not wearing winter clothes. Most of them are either wearing like normal common clothes or some of them are wearing like snippets of light armor and carrying weapons.
What about the people when we were walking in, like the guardsmen?
Those were in full, like, winter clothing with uniforms, like, with their tabards, with their armor and weapons.
Okay, I want to ask around if there's a place to buy like winter clothes.
Yeah, so what you find is that anything related to any military equipment is, like, gone. Like, you just can't buy it. You can go to people, like, there's no merchant you can buy it from. You could go to a mercenary company and be like, hey, do you have any extra stock? But, like, over the last 2 years of fighting, it's just all gone. Like, all the swords, all the arrows, all the everything. It's just been devoured by the war effort.
I'm gonna ask, like, around, like, if we're out there in the winter without, like, proper equipment, will we just, like, die or be miserable or what?
The general consensus amongst the soldiers here is that you will be miserable, but unless there's a blizzard, which hasn't happened in 2 years, like, it hasn't happened during this whole war, so it's very unlikely. Other than that, you're not going to die. It's just really, really, really going to suck, and you won't be able to get any benefit of a short rest. You're going to want tents and winter clothes.
They said that?
No, they don't say that specifically. But you're
Do they
definitely
say
gonna
how
want-
much XP I'll get?
They don't say that either, weirdly enough. But you're definitely going to need winter clothes and a tent.
Yeah, but there's nowhere to get those.
Well, mercenary companies, you're going to have to negotiate with specific captains.
Or we could just rob the serfs like that one guy was saying.
Yeah, for sure.
Rob the serfs.
Yeah, I'll drink.
Okay. Well, then, going back to Ethan, while you do get a chilly response from most people, you will find that, for varying reasons, there are people here in Toujois who they have a reputation of, like, wanting to get back into the action. None of them are here in this particular beer hall, but you can easily get directions to them. There are 3 such men who are like, I'd take whatever opportunity I could to do some fighting. Those are Henry Blackwell, Thomas de Gouy, and Giles de Fusil.
And are any of these people known as, like, assassins? You know,
No, none of the mercenaries are known as assassins. They're mercenaries.
They're fucking, yeah, they're meatheads and the like.
Okay, they're mercenaries.
Okay. That's all well and good. We'll probably bring those 3 nerds, but I do also.
Those are company captains. Those aren't individual people.
Yeah, I know. I'll
Okay.
go find those nerds and might bring them along. That's,
Well, since they're in a different beer hall, are you bringing a negotiating team with you, or are you going solo?
I'm not going to them at the moment.
Oh, okay.
I'm going
All
to
right.
find Gale.
Get smart.
Oh, I'm going to find Gale for unrelated reasons.
You go over to the fireplace and you see Georg, and he was kind of drunk when you guys started your walk from Madou to Toujois, but you didn't have any booze on the way, so he has like 2 giant takards in front of him. Crab is in like a warm, stuffy chair next to him, and the 2 of them are just sitting there in silence while Georg guzzles.
Georg,
Yeah, yes.
I need you to actually do some work here for a moment. I know that's kind of a foreign concept, but
Alright.
I want someone who's really good at, poisons and stealthiness and all that kind of stuff. Can you do that kind of thing?
What is it that you're trying to make me do?
Well, I mean, the vibe I'm picking up is that it's a terrible idea to actually just go in and like try and bonk these guys over the head. It seems to be a lot easier if we could just poison their food or something like that.
Do we even know where we can get anything that can do that? Or, sorry, do we know where we can get any poison
I don't.
in the city?
That's why I'm asking you. Sort of. Isn't that your whole thing?
Yeah. I mean,
He's
I'll
giving
go.
you a
I'll go
side
take
quest.
a look around. I'll go take a look around.
Look into it,
Alrighty.
right. I doubt any of these nerds are actually going to be able to do it, but they might know someone who can do things like that, or at least know where to find someone who can do things like that. So that's your job for while we're here.
Okay.
All right then. Anyway, where's Unios and Snort?
Unios, where would you be? I know where Snort is.
I've by now drifted over to the small animal torture you were talking about.
Yeah, you're watching as a number of snails are racing and cocks are fighting. And Adrian, you go and join him over at a ring where 2 chickens are fighting to the death. It's a grim sight. It's not the most prestigious of sports.
Do we have this in the East?
No, you have rats and other dogs and things like that. Different animals, same gimmick.
Huh. I've seen them do this with chickens. Say that.
Yes, it's interesting.
You
I have
can
a
see,
silver down on it.
yeah, you can see they're all told. There's probably like 50 gold bet on this match.
Oh, because I imagine they're fighting with the spur that roosters have.
Correct, and these mercenaries have way too much money. They're gambling on the dumbest shit.
Oh, it's because they have the spur, isn't it? Oh.
I have to admit, I like it quite more than rats and the like.
Much more interesting. Not as interesting as dogs, but definitely more interesting than rats.
In a flurry of
Yes.
movement and feathers, the match ends, and Unios' silver turns to a silver and 10 pence.
Let's go. Bet
I've,
bigger next time.
I've got a lead on some more manpower. Some
All right.
companies that are looking for work in these easy times. So we need to go and negotiate with them, obviously.
Are we planning to? We haven't discussed this much. Hire foe companies and take them on head on, or are we looking for more
Well,
stealth?
I've got Georg working on the stealth aspect. Sorta, I'm leaning into both of them here, seeing which pans out the best.
Right.
But yes, we note I have not forgotten the stealth aspect. That's what I would honestly prefer, because the more I talk to everyone about the bad company, the worse idea it seems to fight them head on.
Yes, I doubt it would be much use. Still, if you insist on speaking to them, I suppose that can't hurt. But
I mean,
I
you
would
know,
recommend we don't.
if they want like 15 gold for the whole thing,
If they want 15 gold, they won't want to fight the. They won't be able to fight who we're fighting.
that's a good point. But like I said, I have Georg trying to find people who can go through with the whole stealthy poison thing. Although, you know what? They're not going anywhere. We'll just wait and see till Georg. See if this pans out at first. Then we'll go talk to them afterwards.
All right, I'm gonna put gold down on the next match.
D2.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
Simple D2, Unios. As you watch, as you know, this brief flash of feathers and movement, and your 1 gold turns to 1 gold and 1 electrum.
Yeah.
And we will cut to Georg. Georg,
Oh.
you guzzle down a whole other tankard. You are thoroughly sloshed, which is hard to do for you. But, I mean, literally infinite booze on tap. Like, this is like
I
actual
still have
heaven.
the exhaustion level on me.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
God
for sure.
damn it.
You just walked 2 days stone sober and then got drunk again, bro. You're fucked. You're so good. But yeah, you emerge back out into the wind-chilled day. You leave the tavern behind. It is one of the hardest things you've done in your entire life. And where are you going to search for stabby, poisony, assassiny people?
Well, more of like, I was wondering if anyone that's with us at the moment, do I recall if anyone worked with like the surgeon on the ship? Or
Technically, Crab was the surgeon's assistant.
I guess I'll go wait, then yeah, I'll just go back to Crab and I'll ask him. Wait, was I awake for that one? No, I was not on night patrol. Damn. I'm still gonna go to Crab. I'm gonna.
Yeah, he's bundled up in a chair. Looks like a grandma.
Crab.
What?
You worked with the surgeon on the boat, right?
Once or twice?
Do you recall if there was any kind of a poison that he would mention about with any poison that he would have worked with or anything?
There were a couple that he mentioned, but the only one that I recall is mandrake root.
How bad is the Mandrake route?
It knocked people out. That is when we crashed in the Great Feywood.
I see. Can Mandrake root be used for medicinal uses?
I'm not sure. You'd have to ask an expert.
All right, thank you. I'm gonna go out and look for like a herbalist or a.
Now,
Any
I
other
will
kind
say,
of, like-
you do know that a member of your crew has taken upon himself to be a bit of an herbalist. Snort's deep sea harvesting activities have become well known amongst the crew, as he always comes back with weird ass shit and puts it in little jars. If you would like someone with expertise to join you.
I keep them in my
I
barrel.
would like someone with expertise to join me.
All right, you go to the center of the large beer hall, and you see Snort. He's alone at a table, which is impressive because almost every single table is packed, and he is looking down into the bottom of a tankard that could probably fit like his whole upper torso, and just staring deep into its abysmal depths.
Why are we looking for someone to make poisons if Snort probably has a bunch of poisons on him?
I think you're looking for an assassin.
Hmm.
Like we can't just like waddle up and be like, here, I'll just drink this.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
So, Georg, you approach Snort, and he's looking sad.
No,
Huh? Oh,
I'm surprised to see you're alone here.
hey, Georg.
Hello. I was given a tip by a crab that you may have been an expert on mandrake roots.
You ever wonder why, even though you don't do anything wrong, no one wants your company?
You see, that's why I go to alcohol.
Yeah, I'm getting why. I kind of like pick up my glass and like bang it on the table a few times.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyways, what did you want to talk about?
I may or may not need your help at the moment to
All right, what is it?
you know where we can procure some mandrake roots, or you might be a little
Mandrake.
bit of an expert with
Mandrake
poisonous material. Yeah,
Mandrake?
anything.
Yeah, you want to meet on mandrake root? Let me think. A mandrake root. Wow. Yeah, I think honestly a lot of places have it. It's not like common, but it's not like you can only find it in like specific parts of the world. It grows uncommonly in lots of places.
Would you
It's
mind
so
showing
real.
me to any of the shops or anything that would sell it? Cause
Dude, I
I'm not gonna
just
lie to
fucking
you.
got here, man. What do you mean show you to the shops?
you probably know what kind of shop to look out for to buy these roots. Cause I won't lie to you, I have no knowledge about
Hey, you want to go shopping?
yeah.
Let's go
That's
shopping.
why I came looking for you.
Okay, let's go shop.
Alright, thank you.
Alrighty. The two of you exit the warmth of the beer hall, though Georg has some rosy-ass cheeks from the sheer quantity of alcohol he consumed. And you head out into the city proper. Your only companions out here are those miserable-looking guards, and other than that, the city is nice and quiet.
Alright, what kind of shop we're looking for?
We want a shop that sells mandrake root.
Well, I mean, yeah, but what kind of what would the shop that would sell mandrake?
I
root
don't know,
look
like a shop that looks like it sells roots and grasses.
God damn it.
potions. You just kind of look around in the windows, see if it looks like the kind of shop you want.
Oh, that's fair. I'm gonna start walking towards.
What the fuck do you expect me to?
Man,
The two of you
Oh,
start
you gotta,
walking
you gotta,
through
you
the
what you
city.
say? I gotta go to Sir Theobald's or what? I don't know this place.
man.
I try.
I'm just gonna start. I'm just gonna start walking because
No one wants
actually
to talk to Snort.
not start walking, but oh my gosh, I'm fucking Snort.
What?
Please tag along. I
I'm
have
going
no-
with. I'm Sam. I'm going. I'm going through it too.
Thanks, Snort.
The two of you begin to walk through the city, and a lot of shops are closed. for whatever reason. You see a lot of things where it's like it shows a little sword, like 2 crossed swords, and the windows are, drapes cover them. A couple places are still open though, and as you two are walking along the pier, or along the waterfront of Toujois, you are getting real chilly, Snort, because you got all your snort hanging out, like you're fully out there, So you're starting to shiver a bit as you're walking down. And Georg is piss drunk, so he is cold, but he doesn't notice it. And you do notice a shop. It has a staff wrapped with a snake that does seem to be open. And as you're walking past, you hear cries of pain and snort, like a fucking light bulb turning on and neuron fires. And you remember that mandrake root was used by the surgeon Vernus Arminius as a sedative for some surgeries. And that it does seem to be some sort of maybe hospital. I mean, you hear a scream from inside. It has a common medical symbol as its little sign, so maybe they do surgery, hopefully.
Okay, I'll just walk in there and go, hello.
Yeah, you push open a door and then a curtain behind that door, and you walk into a room that smells of sickness. In the room with you, sitting on a couple canvas chairs, are 3 injured people. These are like injuries that were sufficient enough that it went to a medieval doctor. We're talking like rotting hands. One person seems to have some sort of ailment that makes their face like pallid, like they look like they're on the brink of death. And then there is another closed curtain, and that's where the sounds of struggle are coming from.
Hey, doctor. It's Snort.
You hear a muffled scream from behind the curtain.
Hello.
One of the other patients looks at you. He is an older man, and he's holding down like both hands on his thigh.
What's wrong with you?
You work here?
What? No.
Need someone that works here.
The doctor's in there.
Yeah, okay. I'll just go. I'm just gonna walk in there.
You walk forward, push open a curtain, and inside you see a man, and you hear the sound of grinding as a bone saw pushes through bone. There are 2 people helping the doctor hold this person down. They are all dressed in limited garb. Their faces are fully revealed, but they have like large gloves on. And as you push open the curtain, one of the people glances over, a sort of younger man, and he says, "What are you doing in here?"
Sorry.
The patient screams. And you close the curtain, and the sound is muffled. Georg, are you just hanging out in the doorway?
Yes, because I have no fucking clue why he walked in there. Why he walked into a hospital. I'm assuming we're supposed to find a potion or herb boy shop, not go into a hospital, so I'm assuming he's doing it for his own thing.
Yeah, that's fair. So you do.
I'm gonna go back to Georg and I'm gonna say, it might be a minute. And then I'm gonna go to that guy who was like dying or whatever and be like,
Yeah.
Hey man, you told me the doctor's back there, but it's just some guy with a fucked up leg.
The doctor's performing the surgery.
Oh my god. Details. Didn't ask. What the fuck even happened to you?
I was at a construction site making new barracks for all the soldiers, and one of the other stupid bastards hammered a nail into my leg.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to buy medicine. Because I'm sick.
What's your ailment? I didn't know your people got sick.
Dude, fucking look at me, man.
I mean, he can't make you a human.
That is not what I meant. And not a polite thing for you to say.
Well, no. I just would have thought, those hairy feet of yours would keep you from getting sick.
Okay, well. If you don't mind, I think that it would be better if we just stay silent.
The only sound in this waiting room is the grunts of agony from the 3 patients waiting. And after about 45 minutes...
I start grunting in agony too because I'm impatient.
Yeah, you're mirroring. The curtain will push open, and a man will, in his mid-40s, clean-shaven, blood splattered across his gloves, will walk out, pull the, the large leather gloves off and place them on a side counter and say, "Well, you're the one that burst in. Is someone dying?"
No.
All right, then we'll see the next
I'll look around
patient.
the waiting room. Yeah, probably one of these guys.
He walks over to the one who had like ashen white skin, and he sort of taps them slightly, and they sort of slump over, and he says, "Ah, unfortunate.
You two, you look relatively healthy. I assume you're not here because you're sick? And he points at Snort and
No.
Georg. Well, then help me
No.
grab this body. We need to put it out into the street.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
So funny.
Georg, you want to help him?
Yeah, sure. I got it.
I'm going to kind of watch.
Yeah, the two of them, they hoist him up by the legs. This person was very sick, and you go out to the front of the shop, and then the guy says, no, not out here. We're going to put them in front of his. And you walk over to another shop. It's a blacksmith. And you sort of prop the body up next to the door. And then you and the physician head back to the shop, and the other two people, he will service them together because they have similar puncture wounds that have grown infected. And they disappear behind the curtain. You can hear, there's no screaming or anything, just him and his attendants work to help those people as best as they can. And about 15 minutes later, the two of them walk out with freshly banded wounds. Their wounds smell nice. They smell like lavender rather than rotting human. And the surgeon will say,
Well, thank you for waiting. Thank you for the help with the body. What do the two of you need?
I'm looking to buy some medicinal components, reagents, and such.
All right.
First up, you got mandrake root.
Ah, come with me.
and he heads into the
Okay.
curtain into his operating room.
I'll follow.
Yeah. The two of you follow him inside. The large sort of fold-out table where he does his procedures is currently being scrubbed down by his two attendants. And he walks over to a cabinet, which he opens up, and inside you can see a number of vials all labeled, but not in like any language, in his own personal symbology, which seems odd to you, because then none of his assistants will know what is what, and if anyone ever steals his shit, they won't know what vial is what. But he looks
it
at
makes
his...
it hard to steal his shit then.
Probably. So he looks through his cabinet and says,
All right, mandrake root. How much are you looking for? Lethal quantities?
Yeah. I mean, like, no, like lots of good, like helpful quantities.
he looks at you.
But yeah.
Yeah. How many men need your assistance?
I'm gonna look up at how big's the bad company?
I just know that it's like Uzveldan, Amsu.
Yeah, at
And,
least
like-
2, but extra wouldn't hurt.
At least 2. All right.
He reaches down towards one of the little glass vials and then pauses and says,
Just sleeping or sleeping forever?
Lots of sleeping.
Just sleeping, though.
No.
All right. Then this won't do.
Just mandrake root?
No.
No, it won't do.
Okay, well, let me ask you about. Hold on. Do you have any? I'm kind of like racking through my head. You got any basilisk breath?
Can't
Cactus juice,
say
maybe.
that I do.
Okay, what do you got then? I'm trying to kill somebody. You seem cool. I'm trying to kill somebody.
he looks over to his two assistants and he chuckles with them, and they chuckle back as they scrub the blood off of the surgery platform.
He says, Well, I of course only have poisons that have a justified medicinal use where I wouldn't be able to purchase them.
Right, but there are some of those that let you kill people, right?
Most certainly, most of them, in fact.
Yeah.
Are you looking for something that can be eaten?
What? Are the other ones injections?
That, I also have one that simple contact. As in, they can breathe it in
Contact.
if it's in a deep and rich enough quantity. It's very expensive, though.
All right. Well, let's start with the eating.
All right, well then.
He reaches down towards a vial filled with like a sappy white liquid, and he sort of shakes a little bit.
This is the extract of the milkweed plant. You sort of squeeze
Oh,
out
yeah.
thousands of seeds into it. It's similar to mandrake root, with the big exception that it's a lot more effective. I prescribe it as a sleeping medication, but that's 1 drop. If you do the whole vial here, that should do what you're asking for.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Good. What else? Anything else? Is that your big offer?
Well, there is this, and he reaches down into his like cabinet and he taps something, and a little like piece of wood lifts up, and he takes that out, which has a number of additional vials, and he reaches to the bottom of that, pulls out a secondary thing, and then he reaches into this little wooden box. He opens it up, and inside you see this little red velvet interior containing 2 vials. He takes one of the vials out, closes it all up, puts the little things back in, and then he
Yeah, dude,
pulls
I'm gonna
this thing
stop
to-
you. Can I afford this?
Well, if you're asking about killing a man, I assume you have at least a couple gold on you.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sure. Yeah, tell me about it. I want it.
This here is wyvern venom.
Oh shit. Really?
Oh.
Yes. It's very unlikely to kill, but it will paralyze them, which, for your purposes, could be even better, depending on what exactly you're trying to do. And I don't
Well,
want to
kill
do any
someone,
details,
so-
of course.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
it
sorry.
can kill them. It certainly can. I've heard of people where they can't breathe anymore because the paralysis is so effective. But the reason this is good is because of how long it lasts. Men can be frozen for days, which, if they're alone in the wilderness, is essentially a death sentence.
Okay. How much?
30 gold.
30 gold
30 gold.
for the 1 dose.
It's more than effective.
But it is
60
just the 1
gold for
dose.
2
Just the one
doses.
dose. You can dilute it in water if you wish, but it is meant to be injected.
I don't know much about
Injected.
this, Nort, but is this the most effective thing? Because if so, I will pay for it. I will
Listen,
cover
I'm
it
just.
all.
Here's the thing, right? If you had 30 gold to spend, I think we just kind of hire mercenaries to shoot him with a gun.
Well,
I think like bullets are cheaper than all this poison and crap, so I don't really know.
He chuckles and starts the process of putting away the wyvern oil.
Yeah.
You're not
yeah.
wrong. Bullets are cheaper.
I think we're probably gonna have to pass. I'll talk to some of the guys. Maybe we change our mind. But right now, I think that the what was it you said it was the milkweed. Yeah.
Well,
I
while
think
you're
I'd
here, I could give you some other remedies. Do you have trouble sleeping?
be. What are you offering?
Well, milkweed, but in a small quantity. Just a little
well-
surgery joke.
Okay. Yeah.
What is attendance chuckles?
Yeah. Actually, how much? All right. What's your price for milkweed?
Well, if you wanted a medicinal dosage, it's much less.
Well, how much for more than medicinal dose?
3 gold.
3 gold? Okay. I'll buy 4 of those.
All right, and he grabs 4 little
Yep,
vials.
I'll
of
hand
the,
over 12 gold.
nah, I'll just stop. Snore, I'll just hand over 12 gold for me.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
All right.
And then how much for some just like actual medicinal usage?
If you want medicinal usage, it's the same thing. You just do a single drop from the vial. You can do that.
I guess how many medicinals get out of one of those vials?
30.
30? Oh shit. Yeah, I'll buy one of those for myself.
All right.
And that I'll insist I pay for myself.
All right. You have
Okay.
5 doses of milkweed.
Milkweed. Okay, I've got 5 doses.
Yep.
Cool. Because that's
Poison
like actually one of the
doses.
things listed in this PDF.
Makes sense.
They call it milkweed seeds. Can I use it the same?
It's a little bit different. Technically, the seeds is what you turn into the liquid, but yeah, it's the same shit. It's whatever.
Yeah.
They're interchangeable.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, it's just like a common ingredient, so I don't think it's I didn't get anything crazy there.
Correct. They are common. They're not that hard to get. That's the
Yeah.
scary part.
Yeah. I mean, I've been trying.
Yeah, you would try. You would try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll give you those 5 vials of it.
Cool. So I've got So I'm gonna put milkweed 30 on my sheet then.
Sure.
And then I'll let Aaron keep 4 as in the poison dosage.
Okay, sounds good. Aaron.
And
had,
then later we're gonna
4
forget what that means, and some weird commenter is gonna like go back and listen to old episodes.
This
Just like
is
so
true.
cringe.
That
That
is
sounds
true.
about right.
Yeah, and I'll say no, Omega Wall. So Aaron,
Yeah.
add 4 milkweed poison (poison) to your sheet, and then add 30 milkweed (medicinal) to your sheet.
Done.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So where are we headed now? you can. Oh, Aaron, is there any while you're here at a doctor's? Is there any things you'd like from this chirurgeon, this physician?
Anything to help get rid of this fucking drunkenness that I'm feeling right now. Hangover.
The more broad trend of drinking, or just this immediate hangover?
Just the immediate hangover.
Oh, he
Sure,
has things
I
to
charge. I have a homemade concoction. I charge 35 pence for it.
35 pence?
Yep,
Fuck it, sure.
it's a big hit amongst sailors. He collects the 35 pence, points at one of his assistants. The assistant goes to a cupboard and begins to mix a variety of liquids. You hear what sounds like the cracking of an eggshell, and then like whisking, little like clinking noises, and eventually a little vial is brought before you, filled with a sort of orangey reddish liquid just to the lip of it, and the assistant gently hands the concoction over to you.
And do I just drink? I'll grab it. And do I just
One
drink
gulp.
this whole thing right here? One gulp? Alright. Let's
You
take one gulp.
chug it down, and immediately a spiciness begins to spread up through your esophagus, and you find yourself coughing. And you don't feel any less drunk, and you feel like you just got scammed.
Damn. Whatever. Can't do anything about it now.
Did he just give him like a fucking cocktail? Like,
Yeah, basically.
Damn, doctor, this tastes pretty good.
The surgeon looks at his assistant and says, "Oh, well, I guess they finally learned how to make it properly. Are you feeling nice and clear-headed?"
No, but it tastes pretty good.
You know, actually, I have something that could help.
Is it gonna charge? Is it gonna cost me some more money?
I'll let you do it once for free.
And what is it?
He opens up another little cabinet and takes out a small little dish filled with what looks to be a sort of plant material. It's very dry and flaky. And he says,
You take a small pinch of this and rub it between your index finger and thumb. It should clear your head right up.
Does that look like fire moss?
For sure.
I'm gonna do it! I mean,
take a
bro,
little
I already
pinch
have
that
like.
he offers.
I mean, no, on my sheet, I already have like. I had 5 juices.
Oh, I know,
before.
yeah. You used it all.
Yeah,
you
I'm gonna
take
use
a
it
little
again.
pinch and you're
Fuck
like,
it,
oh,
here we go."
geez, doctor, I've never touched this before. Let's see
Yeah,
how
holy
it works.
Oh my, it feels pretty good.
Between his fingers. Oh yeah, that's the
Oh,
stuff.
that's the Sabina! Whoa, what's this feeling, doctor?
Well, that's a medicinal herb. I can sell
it
you
called?
a couple of weeks worth.
How much?
3 electrum.
God, it's cheap.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it.
All right, that's 21 doses of fire moss.
3 electrum pieces, right?
Yep.
20 doses of fire moss, thank you. Restock,
Georg's such
baby.
his body's so fucked. He's using other drugs to undo the current drugs he's on.
I
it's
didn't
like that
realize.
scene in Wolf of Wall Street
Yeah.
where he's just like talking about the 30 drugs he's on.
Well, your friendly
I realized
neighborhood
I-
drug dealer.
Alright, cool.
I think we're gonna be going back to that guy, so I guess it works out.
All right, so the Georg and Snort, you guys exit the doctor's office. Georg, your head is
Goodbye.
feeling
Thank
nice
you for
and
the
clear.
drugs for my friends and the drugs for me.
The
Bye.
doctor will say, "Oh yes, come back anytime, and if you get stabbed, make sure you come here first."
Okay.
And
Dude,
the
that
two of
guy
you-
felt like the doctor from Borderlands.
Oh yeah.
and the two of you emerge back out into the freezing cold streets of Toujois. Where to?
Alright. Well, I guess
I mean, you got
Oh, you
poison.
wanna-
You could just go report back.
that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Snort, you wanna head back to the bar? I'll get you a drink. While I go talk to Adrian about this.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, as you're walking back, Georg, you're feeling cold now. Now that the drunkenness has been overridden, like, not really overridden, it's just you're drunk and also high. And you're like, oh, it's a little bit cold, I guess. Like, you're somewhat aware of that being a thing. But,
I'm gonna look down at Snort since I'm feeling a bit cold.
yeah, I mean,
Alright.
obviously he looks clothes, but you know he's naked underneath that illusion.
Snort, are you not cold?
Yeah, I'm cold. What do you do about cold? Down in the caves, you would usually just like carve out the inside of a goat, climb inside.
Well, it's gonna take off the like outer layer of the jacket, or not the jacket. Sorry.
Yeah, you probably have like
Just-
a naval coat, an old
Just
ratty
taking
naval
the-
coat over your your common clothes.
Yeah, I'll just hand that to Snort.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
No one's ever like been nice to me.
I feel like that's a lot. Don't you hang out with Crab a lot?
Crab says horrible things about me and then gives me cursed rocks.
Insane example.
I'm sorry to hear that, Snort.
Thanks.
If you ever need a drinking buddy, you can go find me.
Oh, that's yeah. Okay. Thank you for the jacket.
Yeah.
And then it like drags on the floor and all the sleeves are too big and I look really
Yeah, you make your way back to the bar, and nothing has changed. It is blessedly warm, and Georg, your heat from the drugs you've consumed, the alcohol you drank, the now fire moss that's burning through your system, you're sweating as you step inside this burning hot beer hall, and the two of you push through the crowds of drunken people and can find Adrian and Unios. The two of them are gathered at the edge of this little like fencing area or fenced area where two chickens are fighting to the death, and you've never seen two men so invested in two small animals murdering each other.
How much are we up?
At this point, you're up 2 additional Electrum.
Let's go.
I'm just gonna tap Adrian on the shoulder.
Eh? Oh.
Adrian.
I'll hand Unios a gold. Bet this for me,
Yeah.
and I'll see what they want.
Alrighty, you step away.
Hello.
You see Snort wearing a coat that drags on the floor behind him.
Does Georg look oddly coatless?
Indeed.
I'm just gonna hand.
I
I'm
don't,
just
I
gonna hand
don't
him the.
comment.
I'll hand him the. I'll just like. Can I just like get closer to discreetly hand him like the 4
Yeah.
bottles?
Yeah, roll a sleight of
The
hand
4
check.
doses. Sleight of hand. Sleight of hand.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, so
I'm probably
the check was for how like seamless it is, like, and that, to be fair, it is mostly on Adrian's end, because from your perspective, Adrian, he just starts to like sidle up close to you, and at first you're like, what the fuck are you doing? And then you feel his hand like press against your pocket, and you're like, oh, okay. So you guys do the transfer, and you hear like you kind of get the sense as he's pushing his hand into your pocket, he's giving you 4 vials of something.
what is it?
Milkweed.
I won't like make any attempt to lower my voice or anything.
Yeah,
just 'cause
sure.
I don't think it works.
Yeah.
It's
What
a
is it?
4. It's a.
We buy
wait,
drugs
you-
that'll
you-
kill people.
Yes.
Oh.
I was trying to think of a way not.
Yeah, no one looks. They're all drunk and doing their own thing.
Yeah.
And they've also
fair.
all killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. Alright, yeah, it's just 4 doses of milkweed. Lethal
If you
amount.
give it to somebody, it puts them to sleep. But if you give them a lot, then they don't wake up. I know how to make it into potions.
Who'd you get this from?
Doctor,
Where?
town,
Where?
in town.
Where in town?
The fucking doctor's office where the doctor works. I don't know.
We can take you back to it, but they have a.
Yeah. Well, I'll probably want to do that later.
Where's the doctor?
You hear
How
a
about-
wave of cheers rise from behind you as the cockfight finishes, and you see
Yeah,
the
I-
chicken you've been betting on all evening has been slain, and you and Eunice are both down a gold.
I'm gonna say, get back here, you're good luck.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. We'll talk about this later, and I will run. back.
Ain't no way, bro. You were
You know, now I'm interested. I want to go see some gambling.
Oh my
Yeah, I'll put down a gold.
Oh
Yeah,
my
also,
God.
Eric,
Okay.
what are,
I'll put
what
down
are
2
these odds?
gold.
Is
These
there a way
odds
to
are
get
just
better
1 and
odds
2,
here?
bro. No, it's just 1 and 2, bro.
If you win, you get an Electrum. If you lose a gold.
Well, it's random what you get. It depends on what the odds of the fight are.
I'll drop 2 gold.
Also, Jackson being surprised that the house always wins.
True.
I'm surprised why I'm betting on
Don't bet it then.
odds.
Just don't bet.
No, I want to bet on the underdog. Get
Oh,
big
okay,
pay.
all right. You bet on the underdog. So,
Yeah, nuts to that. I don't do that.
all right, so you're betting on opposite sides of this race. So we have Snort 1 gold, Adrian 1 gold, Georg 2 gold, Unios 1 gold, and Unios is betting opposite of everyone else. So a 1 is good for Unios.
I'm
a
betting
2
it's
Wait, sorry, I'm sorry.
Okay.
How much do you get on the underdog?
On the underdog is slightly more favorable odds.
Wait, this is just. Never mind. I'm betting on the underdog. This is objectively
Okay,
better.
all right. Everyone's betting on the. Wait, Georg, are you betting on the underdog as well?
I'm betting on the
Yeah.
overdog again.
All right. Unios, roll a d4.
All right.
I
What do I want?
You
What
want
do I
a
want?
4 or a 3.
Four or
never
three?
mind.
Let's go.
Oh
You all gain 2 electrum.
no! Snort said he bet on the overdog.
I did not say that. Did he?
I did
He
say
did.
that.
Oh, you did say that. Oh, Snort, you lose it all.
No. No.
Oh, and then Aaron, you gain 8 electrum because you bet 2 gold.
Big!
Dude, Shaibon and Andre are elsewhere as the 4. You are just gambling. You're actually just gambling. Oh,
Big!
We are upping our boat revenue.
so
I'm
true.
gonna like shove Snort and say, serves you right.
What?
Yeah.
One of the
What
other
did I
people
do?
in the group around
You-
the fence will sort of reach down and like grab Snort by they're going for like the scruff of his shirt, but since he isn't wearing one, they just grab him by the back of the neck and he lifts him
I'll
up and
kill you.
says, "You're a good luck charm. Your feet. We gotta rub you on the chicken."
No, I'll fucking
Whoa! I will.
shoot you.
No, I will bowl this man over and get in between him.
Yeah,
and
he's a drunk guy, so you easily knock him off balance, and he lets go of Snort.
Hey,
and
whoa,
you, like,
whoa,
catch
whoa.
Snort in your
You
arms
can't-
like a baby.
You can't do that.
And
Only
a
we're
couple
allowed
other,
to do that.
yeah, a couple other people around the group look over, but no one's gonna force the halfling to rub his feet on the chicken. Just the one drunk guy wanted
Hey,
to, but
hey.
he just sort of stumbles away.
Hey, thanks, Captain. Thanks for looking out for me.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I am mean to you, we're the only ones that can be mean to you.
Okay. I really appreciate that. That makes me feel better.
I'll go back to gambling.
Alrighty, you guys gamble on a couple more games of chickens, but unfortunately, you start to realize something. I don't think that Unios or Adrian realize this. I think they're too into it. Same with Georg, but man, actually, would Snort realize this? Snort, roll me an check.
Snort with the intelligent snort. Yeah.
You notice that
Feeling
the
very
people,
intelligent right
the
now.
people who are collecting the coins from this, from the doing all the betting, are not just like this. Isn't like a thing that was put together by the mercenaries here. This is something that is being put on by the same person that pays for all this, Clovis the Sanctified. And you start to realize, as these matches continue and as the odds are going through, you're not a math guy, but you do realize more gold is going into the hands of those people than is leaving their hands. And this is probably why Clovis is so generous, because he's just making these people gamble for like 6 months straight and during the winter, and then he just gets back all the money he paid them. Maybe not all of it, but at least a decent chunk. And no wonder he can pay for all this. He's just running casinos for like 4 months of the year, and people have nowhere to go because it's winter.
And he just
And-
gets all his money back.
Yeah, basically. And you're watching as your 3 companions, despite winning a couple, by the end of this, you know, the next 6 or 7 rounds, they are all down by 2 electrum. So
Damn.
Unios, Adrian, and Georg subtract 2 electrum.
It's okay, I'm still up overall, so fuck
Oh
let's
no!
go.
What a shame. I am still up overall.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
same.
Yeah, of course.
Oh wait, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
I lost the gold.
I lost
I lost a gold. I also lost a gold.
Oh wait, the fuck? I forgot about that gold.
Only one in profit, baby!
The 4 of you guys, you know, walk away to take a brief break, and you know, you all sit on one of those little stools around a table, and I think you catch sight of Andre in the distance. And Andre, you're an arm wrestler fella. You know, you're like a big burly dude, a big fella man, and
Yeah.
you find a lot of people willing to take you up on that offer. And at this point, you got 18 strength, right?
I got 20 strength.
20 strength. Okay, you're starting to go for people, you know, who are pretty equal in strength to you. It's an exciting prospect. There are some 20 strengthers in this beer hall, and there's a little ring around you arm wrestling other people. No
Nice.
gold,
I,
but just love of the sport.
Can I start, like, a betting thing? Like, I'm the manager of the betting on
Yeah,
this?
sure. You go over to the arm wrestling, you start saying, hey, who wants to bet? And then you get a tap on a shoulder, and a very well-dressed servant says, greetings, sir. You must be one of the new mercenaries. That is against the policy of Clovis the Sanctified.
I'll look over to where they're managing the betting on the chicken fighting. Who are they? Why can
Those
they do it?
are servants of the great and magnanimous Clovis.
Oh! I see. Many apologies. I did not intend any offense.
And there is no harm caused.
Of course. And I will stop my actions immediately.
I will stop my actions immediately.
Unfortunate. Oh well. I will then just
God. The sane and normal are so soy.
yeah, no, I'll just fucking egg him on then.
All right. Well, eventually Andre will meet his match. Not in the sense of like someone stronger than him. It's just his arm will get tired, and there are enough 20 strength people in here that Andre will be defeated. Probably 50-50 percent of the time, just because they're all 20 strength. He is 20 strength. It's pretty equal. But Andre's up there. He's in the top percentile. The top like 5th or 6th percentile of all the people here. And I think all of us, the 7 of us, including Shaiban, who's just been off in the corner, lonely maxing, and Crab near the fire. The 7 of you can reunite near one of the fire pits here. Down a couple gold in some cases, up a couple beers in other cases, high as fuck in the case of Georg. And
I love drugs.
yeah.
I was gonna get Snort to take me to the doctor.
Oh, sure. Okay.
With Unios before we did that.
Okay. Snort, Adrian, and Unios, the 3 of you exit the comfort of the beer hall and make your way back to the docks. As you approach the doctor's office, you can see that next to it, there's a circle of about 3 soldiers, and they seem to be like investigating the corpse propped up next to the blacksmiths, like right next to the doctor's office. And one of the soldiers will glance over as they see the 3 of you approach, and the soldier will approach you, Adrian, and say, "You there? Have you been here recently, or?"
Me? No.
He looks at the other 2. And you too.
Yeah, I was here buying stuff.
Did you see this man?
What man?
He points towards the corpse in front of the blacksmith shop next door.
No.
All right, well, keep an eye out.
What's wrong?
There's a dead man.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out for the killer.
Of course, we'll do that. Have a good day now.
Thank you. He returns back over to the corpse.
Okay. Well, once we walk past, I'll be like, yeah, we saw that guy.
Yeah. And Alex, when you say they're investigating, do you mean they're basically looking around it, kind of poking him with spears?
Yeah, correct. They're not. These are not forensic investigators. These are just guys.
Okay. Yeah, I imagined you saw him.
Yeah, the doctor killed him.
What?
Bad doctoring.
Okay, good thing that's actually helpful.
Yeah,
you guys.
Yeah, Georg helps move the body.
You open up a door, push open a curtain. This small little waiting room has one of the doctor's assistants who glances up and sees Snort and says, welcome back. The physician's inside still scrubbing the slab.
Can we go in?
Yeah, of course. And,
Doctor!
Yeah, so earlier it was basically just Snort and Georg in here, who I think have a very high tolerance for sick shit, and I think Adrian does too, but Unios, you were just like a guy before you signed on to the Defiance, and you have seen a lot of fucked up shit on the Defiance, but it hasn't really been of a medical nature. Your doctor was actually very skilled at what he did. But as you walk into this operating theater, you see a slab, just a wooden table, just coated in dried blood, and not dried blood in some other cases. There are parts that are very wet, and this entire room looks like some, fucking horrific, experimental laboratory, and you can see actual just severed limbs sitting inside of a large iron bucket on the edge of the chamber, and you can see blood is basically being sponged up and cleaned. It looks like someone was fucking exploded in this room, and the physician and his assistant are just casually cleaning it. It also smells like death.
A little gruesome, but no ethical concern.
Yeah, for sure. And the physician will glance over and he'll give a very awkward, thin-lipped smile, and then he'll take off his leather gloves and walk over and say, I assume you're in league with this little so-and-so.
Yes. He came here to acquire. I'll look down in there. Did you tell him?
Yeah, we're gonna kill people.
Okay, yeah,
Yep.
just had to be sure. Yeah, we came to acquire, poison. I
Sure.
want to pull out the milk of the poppy. Is that what he gave
Milkweed.
me? Milkweed. They said this would kind of put you to sleep, except if you gave him enough, it would be forever.
Correct.
Do you have anything that just, kills you?
That's
Well-
what going to sleep forever means, dumbass.
Yeah, but isn't this for, low quantities, it puts you to sleep. It's meant for putting you to sleep.
If you do a single drop, it puts you to sleep.
I was kind of looking just for something that would just kill you. It's just meant for killing you.
I think
Sure.
what he means is if you use the whole vial, it will.
Well, yeah, I get that, but
I
it's-
mean, I guess we can do a brief introduction here. There's no poison that just kills you. It's all about dosage. There's poisons that at very low dosages kill you, but it is always a dosage problem. Even cobra
Yeah, I
venom in
know.
a small enough dose won't kill you.
yeah, I want something like cobra venom.
Well, I don't have any. I can't justify that to the guards. It has no medical use. The closest thing I have is wyvern venom, and your compatriots here seemed non-interested.
Wyvern venom, you say?
Yes,
It's not what we want, Captain.
it's
Why
a
not?
paralytic.
It doesn't kill.
Oh,
It freezes them for maybe days, which would make it easy to shoot him in the head. But at that point, we would just shoot him in the head.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
Where do you get your stuff?
Well, during the campaigning season, I traveled with the army, so we had plenty of time to harvest as we went.
And you killed a wyvern?
No, some brave adventurers did, and I bought it I brought its glandular sac for a couple of pence.
Kind of scammed them, didn't you?
He just smiles, thin-lipped.
Is there anywhere around here that we can acquire more, deadly stuff? I'd be willing to compensate you for your kindness.
I can cut you off there. The answer is I don't know. As I said, the only
Well,
things I gather are those which I can explain to the guards. Anything else, I intentionally don't like hearing about. No reason for that to be in my brain, lest they use some sort of zone.
Why are you so comfortable with me talking about killing people then?
Because that's part of what I do as well. I've been contracted to do such things for the nobility.
Ah.
Old
Okay.
Grandpa is holding back the estate. Might as well make him enjoy his passing.
Yeah. Cool.
We could just buy a bunch more paralytics and knockouts and the like. I'm sure it will still be useful.
The paralytic, it'll kill you in high enough doses, right?
As your companion said, the wyvern is primarily for paralyzing. I mean, there is a chance it could kill them if it paralyzes their lungs, but it's very unlikely.
We already got the thing that kills people, Doc.
Yeah, I'll hold up the milk, but this stuff will, I give him the vial and it'll kill him.
Yeah.
Yes, I'd be careful about using it. Your friend here, he got the instructions. You do 1 dose and no more. Even 2 drops, very unlikely, but it could kill you.
No, I want to kill people.
Sure, then yes, the whole vial.
And that's like going to kill them, or it'll just probably kill them.
Likely, but not guaranteed.
No guarantees with poison.
Yeah, that makes sense, I suppose.
If they vomit, they'll be completely fine as well. So if you see them rush to get it out of them, then not good for you.
Ah, that makes sense. How do we give it to him?
It's meant to be ingested, but it's very bitter. You're gonna have to cover it up with something very sweet or spicy. Or, you just force it down their throat. That's what I do for my patients.
Do you
Oh.
have anything that can be applied through like a incision or contact with skin?
An
Yes,
arrow or
but
something?
as we discussed it before, and you seemed uninterested. That's how the
Wyvern
wyvern.
venom.
How much is it?
30 gold.
Oh. I'll look at Unios. 15.
Do I get compensated at the end?
Well, no. We're doing this so Rothschild doesn't kill us.
Doesn't kill you.
Doesn't kill us. You think he'll just accept it a second time? Without killing Philo, maybe.
Eric, what do I remember about like Lord Rosshild's or I don't know anything, but like when he killed the last
story.
group.
Yeah, the story is that he killed your first captain basically immediately. And then the second captain failed to do the assassination. He was murdered. And then Rosshild said, if you don't get this done this time, I'm going to kill every single one of you. And then they did that job. And then this one, the implication is that he'll kill your captain, and then if you don't get it done, he'll kill all of you.
Oh, so seems like a captain problem. Well,
I mean, yeah, he'll start with the captain first, yeah. That's true.
Sure. And then you're worse off than you were before. You think you'll be more likely to get it done once I die?
sure the next captain will be willing to reimburse me.
Will he? I'll look into your
Bros,
Guys, can I remind you before you start fighting that this is a paralytic and it's not going to be helpful?
Might be good to have it anyway.
Alright, okay, then spend 30 gold on it if you care so much.
If you're looking for things that won't kill, but will make them uncomfortable, I have a litany of objects.
Wait, objects?
Well, ingestibles.
We need to kill, and ingesting's not the best way to do it.
Well, then I'm afraid I can't help you. If you
Alright,
find any death caps, though, that'd be useful. But it's not like they grow on trees.
What do they grow on?
They're mushrooms.
They're mushrooms.
I look like one of those confused communities.
We could
Those grow where?
All throughout the forest, but for death caps in particular, they're quite rare.
I've been looking, Captain. I've been looking. Trust me.
Haven't you been looking underwater?
I've been looking for lots of things, okay?
Do mushrooms grow underwater?
I don't want more fucking questions when I'm the expert.
You said you've been looking. I don't think you've been looking for death
Snorts
caps.
entered his like teen angst phase.
Oh my god.
I'm here for it. Look, if you're
How
going
much
to be
do
in
you-
the city for a while, I could, there's something that I could get that's useful for you. Hemlock is far more lethal than milkweed.
Oh
It's
shit,
just,
you can get Helmlock?
I know someone who can provide it. He has dried leaves. You can't get any this time of year. They're all dead, but he was stored some from the spring. But I'd have to import it, which means you'd be paying that surcharge, and it would probably take a minimum of a week.
Where's he at? Can we just go pick it up?
I'm not telling you that.
I would pay you for the information alone.
Well, let me think. If
you would only charge us more.
I'll tell you
so-
where it is for where to find him for 6 gold.
6 gold just in order to find him.
Yes.
2 gold each. I'll look at Unios and Snort.
He's going to charge us more than he would make as a middleman. Why didn't we not just buy through him?
Because I don't want to wait a week.
That's the main reason.
The man will still have to source it for a week, no?
No, the man already has them. Dried leaves from the spring.
Is he nearby?
It's within a couple of days.
Alright,
Okay,
I'm a lot more interested in this than the Wyvern stuff, because Hemlock that's good. That's
I'll
good.
just
You know,
look at
there's a
the-
famous story of a goblin that was forced to drink Hemlock.
Alright, fuck it. I'll hand him.
He was a
goblin.
He was a really important goblin.
Alex, I'll hand him 6 gold.
Great. He will collect the coin, put it away in his little coin box, and say, all right, outside of the city, about a mile, is a little town called San Michel, and there is a herbalist there named Erasmus. He'll have what you're looking for.
Oh, it's only an hour outside town?
Yes,
Oh, nice. Cool.
What was his name, Alex?
Erasmus. He may be a bit
Okay, wait.
suspicious of you at first. He is of all outsiders, but when you show coin, he'll come around.
Can we like reference that we know you, or is there anything we can do to calm him?
I don't think that would make him very happy.
That's fine. I won't do it then.
Oh, also, for the hemlock, since I'm not making any money on this, don't let him charge you more than 5 electrum. He doesn't know quite how much it's worth.
I'll pay a gold.
Don't do that. Pay him less.
Oh, why?
Because I don't want to make more money.
Oh. You don't like him much, do you?
Not particularly.
And he doesn't like you much?
No, he doesn't.
But you two still work together when it comes to making coin?
Yes, he makes me quite a lot of money.
That's cute.
It's just like you and the Svensson.
Eh?
Nothing.
I'll glare at Unios. I got what he was putting down.
I get it. Okay, well, thanks, Doctor.
I'm gonna ask
I
the
walk out.
doctor. How much do you charge for doses of mandrake root? Out of curiosity.
I don't have much of it, so, quite a bit.
What is quite a bit, and how much do you have?
I only have about 1 ounce dried, so it'd be 3 gold.
Never mind.
I'll glare. I'll just fucking give Unios the thing guy.
The stink eye.
What are you
Alrighty.
mad about?
Because you're being slightly slower than he is. The 3 of you exit the doctor's shop. I was about to say poisoner's shop. The doctor's shop, and you can see that the body has been removed from the blacksmith's shop, and the 3 soldiers are nowhere to be seen.
Oh yeah, I'll look at Unio. Oh, not. Oh, good. Wait, Georg's not here. Never mind.
No, just snort.
I'll say, what I was getting at with the mandrake root is that we could mass poison the food and take out a lot of the opposition, and if that's what we need to do.
I mean, we have the paralytic. If it paralyzes them for hours, that'll be all we need.
The sleep thing, milkweed, that's it. Yes, that could work.
Yeah.
All right, you guys make your way back to the beer hall, and as I was saying before, like, I don't know, 30 minutes ago, you guys reunite all together around a fire pit. You know, Crab all bundled up is starting to become warm. Shaibon whittling away at something else. Who knows what that little guy's making. And all 7 of you are reunited once again.
Well, all right, everyone. So, we've got leads on both. We got this here poison, and a way of getting significantly more of it that I think we're going to go through with tomorrow. And I've also got a couple leads on where to get fighting men. I think we should go with both of these, but I'd like to go with the poisoning strategy first. It's just always easier. Any complaints? Again, I can't make decisions anymore, but I seem to be making them anyway.
I think the poisoning makes much more sense. I don't think we'll have any luck with head-on assault.
No, we'd lose instantly for the head-on assault.
Nah, I'd win.
Sure. All right then. There we go. Look at that. We have a backup.
Captain.
Yes.
Do we know how much mercenaries here cost?
No. I was gonna find that out tomorrow.
Okay, because I kind of like the head-on assault. I don't think you guys realize how hard it is to poison people. Like, literally, there is one story of a guy dying of hemlock, and it's because he drank it when he was told to.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
man.
really hard to get someone to drink hemlock.
Well, there is always the thing that we have to go to La Monfel anyway. Although they may not be so accepting of things such as this.
Why do you have to go to La Monfel?
Because that's where the bad company is, lol.
Oh, okay.
That means they're not there, guys.
Sure, yeah, whatever. But, according to my leads, that's where they
Yeah.
are.
That's where they were a year ago, according to your leads.
Well, if we know where they were a
well-
year ago, we can track them
Well,
down.
Actually, in the last city we were in, they said most of the mercenary companies are wintering in Touzois or La Monfel. And Winterine happens to be up now, so there we
True.
go.
I'm wintering.
So,
Winter
would we
Mac?
like to quickly get a vibe from the 3 mercenary captains and how much they're charging?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay, so
Who's paying for this though?
Well, that's something to figure out later. So I'm going to start with. So
correct.
there are 3 groups. I'll start with Blackwell's men. His group is going to ask you for 150 gold for a 1-month contract. I'm going to put these in chat after I say them.
How many of them are there?
27.
Okay.
He has 10. How would I describe these? I'm going to say 10 normal, like frontline infantry.
Yep.
4 knights, including Henry himself. And then 13, we'll call them reserve infantry because they're non-ideal. The second group, the Compagne de Armigers, is going to ask for 2 gold per day for each of their men. And there are 8 knights. That's it. That's the whole group.
Okay.
Then the Cavaliers de la Valeur is going to ask for 250 gold for a 1-month contract. They have 13 knights, 7 mounted yeomen, which are just like less armored knights, and then 15 reserve infantry. Oh, and then also the Captain Joe.
Can we also ask about buying like 7 pairs of winter clothes and tents while we're there?
None of these companies have surpluses, but you can go to one of the bigger companies that has like a couple hundred men in it, and you get winter clothes quoted at around 100 pence. Just like for a big fur that you can put over your back.
All right, I'll get one for myself. I'll ask if anyone else wants one.
Crab
Yeah,
will
I'll,
buy 2.
That's like what? That's like 5 electrum?
1 electrum.
I'll grab one.
Yeah, I'll take one.
All right.
Yep. What should we add to our sheet?
Winter cloak, 2 pounds, and then however many you bought.
I'll just pay for everyone, so that's what 7 off.
8, because Crab's buying 2.
All right.
So these are the 3 mercenary groups here in Toujois.
Okay, that's nifty. I will circle back up at some point.
Back with the boys. They all have coats now. They're drippy.
So, I did just think of something.
Mm-hmm.
If we try and poison him, it works well and good. It doesn't work, these nerds are still just gonna be here. So, unless we want to, I suppose, try poisoning him again, or poisoning them again, but protect against that. We can always just come back here and hire them.
Tactic that could work is to poison them as the poison takes effect, to at least knock them out, have a distraction assault to draw the infantry away from their tents while they're down, and then ourselves go in as a small team to try and take down the leaders.
There's, what, 100 of them, Alex?
As of the Battle of the Song, there was 100, yeah.
And that was a year ago, right?
Yep, that was a year ago.
There's 100.
Are we sure they don't have some kind of doctor with them
No.
that could just like?
To be clear, even
Get
normal
rid of the
doctors, unless
poison?
they're magical, can't instantly cure milkweed. Now, if they have magic, then literally like a single point of land hands will cure that, but
I think that's the point of the strike team, is to make sure that don't happen.
yeah.
Oh, so we poison and then shoot all doctors?
No, he's saying no. No,
We-
he's saying
we
poison,
poison-
infantry distraction. Like these mercenaries you hire are just a distraction, and then you assault the main camp with just you guys.
And
Issue
then
is-
when do we poison?
You poison at the start of all this.
We
There's
have
100.
to
There's
either
100.
find some way for someone to sneak in and like deliver it to them, or just like an arrow or something or the like.
Is hemlock injectable, Alex?
No.
That's the issue, is that we need to find something injectable. Because,
Yeah. Something to
You
coat
You
our
mean like
weapons
the
with.
wyvern toxin?
No, because wyvern toxin doesn't kill.
Oh right.
Well, yeah, but it could still work for the strike team
Oh,
plan.
yeah, for that I suppose it
Parallel.
could, yeah. It's expensive,
Yeah, but that
though.
doesn't
30 gold.
doesn't help us getting around the whole 100 halflings bit.
Yeah.
Even if we hired all of these, all of these 3 mercenary companies, we'd still be outnumbered like 3 to 1.
No, I don't think it'd be that. I think it'd be like 2 to 1. Super different. Surely. No, yeah, if you hired every single one of these, you'd have 71 men. So they'd be like 1.25 to 1.
Hey, Snorri, how can this Hemlock is the stuff we have on ourselves, right?
Okay.
Or we could get. Can that
Well,
be?
we're gonna go get it. Yeah.
Oh, alright. Is it possible that we convert it to like a powder and then sprinkle it into the drink?
What?
Well, it's just designed to be put into the food and drink.
Oh, alrighty. Is it masked in any way? Like how
No, it's
discreet is
disgusting.
it?
It's like actually so fucking gross.
Yeah, it tastes bad because it's
Yeah.
poison, and most poisons taste really bad because it's bad for you.
That's why I'd like something injectable. You can just shoot him with an arrow.
I think you can do.
Or something like mandrake root.
You know-
which,
Sorry, God.
mandrake
No, no.
root is less tastable if we were to just knock out the leaders. We just need to beat them, not the infantry. We just need them away somehow.
I don't really get what you guys are all freaking out about because you're like, oh, I wish that we just had something that we could put on an arrow that would kill him when you shoot him with an arrow. And it's like, yeah, you're shooting him with an arrow. Like,
Wait,
die
that's kind
from
of
one
based. Wait, that's so
yes,
based.
yes.
If you can shoot him with an arrow, just kill him. Oh man.
These people are much stronger than the average person, Snort.
Okay, then I don't know what like mandrake root's gonna do. Like you guys told me stories about your guys surviving mandrake root.
Yes, but it can knock you out.
That was in small doses as well.
What are you gonna do
Small
when you knock him out?
people.
Wait, hold on.
That's what we're discussing, Snort.
You have no plan.
They're making
When there is... Okay, hold on. If they're gonna be wintering in, do you think the mercenary group will be just camping around like this, or do you think they'll actually have like a front set up and traps? Because that changes the strategy a lot more. Does anyone know how mercenary camps act besides this? And I like, point my thumb back at like the party goers that are all drunk and wasted.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Andre and Adrian have both done a bit of mercenary work. In their experience, this is very unusual. Most mercenaries either A, they're totally left to their own devices, which means they pick a section of wilderness, they pick it clean, and then they make the comfiest camp they can. Secondly, they may be quartering with civilians, meaning they just go to a village and say, we live here now, and they just do that. Third, which is like very common in Eastern Valoros, you are basically built a camp by the person that hires you, and they say don't leave this camp for the whole winter, and they'll provide you with food and stuff, but it's not like a debaucherous, like hedonistic thing. It's like a military fort that you maintain for the winter.
So and like all those scenarios, I can imagine being like well defensed and guarded. and then just a
Well,
bunch of drunkards.
if they're living in a village, probably not. It's probably just a village, because again, there's no major like campaign. Like no one's doing raiding in the winter, because horses can just die. Like winter campaigns are really, really rare because they kill so many people involved in them by attrition.
Oh, what were we talking about?
Just what state you may find a bad company in, which could affect your plan on how to kill them.
I see. It
Like if they're
seems
just
like
taking over a village, then it might just be easy to walk in and just be like, "Yo, bonk."
it seems like to develop our plan more, we just need more information.
Reconnaissance.
Or
odd.
more than two ideas than poisoning and running in like a bozo and killing.
Sorry, my idea is both.
True.
Then come up with something, Blake.
Well, I'm trying. It's not like I'm sitting here just like dicking around.
I mean, yeah,
Well,
reconnaissance is always helpful.
All right.
For
So
sure.
until we have that plan, let's pursue this one. Reconnaissance seems to be the way to go.
I say we discover the situation their camp is in, and then from there we can discover a plan on whether we need to hire mercenaries to do a frontal assault, if the leaders are, just out in the open, or even if, like, this whole thing, if we don't even know where they are, then what if, like, Aram, Sumercia, and Lagrisfalan aren't even with them?
Alright. Yeah. Let's get more information at the very least.
That's one person you spoke to in Namian said that there was no humans among them, or even the dwarf, right?
There's a single human, Alamsu.
Well, I'm saying, was there any eyewitness reports that Alamsu was with the bad company?
Yes?
This is
All
getting
right.
very conspiracy very fast on your part.
It's a fair question, because you're not
But, like-
contracted to kill the bad company. You're contracted to kill 2 people.
Yeah, and like they're
Yeah.
not even like leading the company.
I will
General
say,
Spud is
just
leading it.
Because
They're
Adrian
the
did
founders of it,
specifically
right?
gather all this information, the reports that you received from the Battle of the Sarn 1 year ago was that at the battlefield there was no dwarf, there was a human, and Captain Spud
Okay.
was leading the unit.
Okay, I didn't know about the part with the one human.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that is the
I just
report
knew
you
that
got.
like it's being led by Spud, and
Yep.
that it was founded by Alamsu and Lug,
Yeah,
but we don't know if they're even still with the bad company.
yeah, that was a year ago. So who knows where they
Yeah.
are now? So, where are we going for more info then?
I don't know, I
Well,
feel like the only place there is info from this point, which is La Monfort.
I'll,
Do we want to go con Erasmus first?
Sag.
I do have a slightly different idea.
Ooh.
Is there some sort of hot drink being served in this?
Hot?
In
No.
the ball?
I mean, like, hot in the sense of like like there's some of the beer has gotten a bit warm because it's inside of this warm building, but
Okay.
are you gonna try to
Does
drug some
Crab
people
know
to see if they
anything?
can recognize that they were drugged?
No.
Okay. What were you saying, Blake?
Does
No,
Crab
I-
know anything that could help this situation? Like any spells?
I mean, yes, but Crab is like a murderer. Like that's his whole thing. Like when you guys get in combat, he's gonna fling out fireballs and stuff like that. Like AOE mass killing spells. He's not very subtle.
Fair.
Yeah, like his 4th level spell is Wall of Fire and Black Tentacles.
Yep, that sounds about right.
He doesn't even have invisibility.
Can I go buy 4 more sets of winter cloaks?
Sure. Yeah, or electric.
All right. All right, and then I will go find a group of 4 miserable-looking soldiers.
Yeah, you head out into the main courtyard. They sort of narrow their eyes as you approach, but they just sort of stare. They don't say anything.
Gentlemen, I have these for you. I'll hand out my arms with the four winter cloaks.
4 of them look at each other, look at you.
I'll nod with them in my arms.
They seem a bit confused, but one of them will take a step forward and sort of feel the cloak, look you up and down. Why?
I just have a few questions for you all, that's all.
He takes one, and the others sort of grumble, but they are freezing their asses off, so they will take them as well.
Got 'em.
Yeah, and they'll drape them around their shoulders, start to warm their hands.
How long have you all been at this post?
The other 3 look towards the oldest one. He'll sort of speak up and say,
Well, I suppose this is public knowledge. It could not hurt. We've been billeted here since September.
Billeted, so I take it you're professional soldiers then?
Yeah. We are men-at-arms of Lord Jacques de Scamodeo.
And who is that?
A brave knight, loyal to Clovis.
I see. And where's his castle or property?
Conquered.
Near La Monfil then?
No,
Oh.
it's near Enfield.
Oh, I see. Did many lords like him join up with Clovis after their lands were conquered?
Some 400, as I heard.
Oh my. And you were working for him down there?
Yes.
See. And what were you doing before September during the campaigning season? Fighting with the army?
Yes. We fought at the Battle of the Sarn.
Battle of the Sarn. So, you know of the bad company, the company of halflings.
I heard of them. Yes.
You've heard of them.
They fought down near the riverbed. We fought on a flat plain. I heard a mercenary company was destroyed fighting them, and then they did little else for the rest of the battle. At least that is what I heard.
See,
I'm sure they were just cowards. I've never seen mercenary companies truly commit to a fight.
are not both armies mostly made up of mercenary companies?
He gives you a little bit of an annoyed expression. There is not a single man loyal to Dusan and Otto's army. We are forced to supplement our ranks, it's true, but the core are men loyal to our monarch, our throne, our saints.
I see. Do you know of anyone in the town who fought at least near where the bad company was fighting?
Ask the mercenaries, I'm sure you'll find one amongst their number who ran away at the sight of halflings, and he spits into the fire.
Yes, I'm sure I will. Well, gentlemen,
I hate those halflings.
I appreciate your time.
A little snort emerges from behind Adrian's cloak.
Yeah, I hate those guys.
I appreciate your time, and more importantly, your silence, and I'll flip each of them a gold. No? No? Oh,
Too much.
alright.
Well,
Too
no,
much.
you flip out the first gold, and they weren't on guard previously because all the questions you're asking are like pretty public knowledge. But the guy who's speaking looks at that gold and looks very concerned, and he grabs the gold from the other one and says, "Who are you?"
Mercenary. Looking for... a
What is your name?
foe. Adrian.
Last.
Svensson.
Which company?
Svensson's company.
He tosses the coin back to you.
I'll catch it. I appreciate your time. And I'll leave.
Snort trails behind you.
Fuck.
All right, you return to the warmth of the beer hall.
I'll gather up the gents.
As you do.
I think it may be best if we leave tonight.
Yeah.
This guy put his foot in his mouth again.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna burn us all.
I may have given away a bit too much while asking the guards about some questions.
They're gonna burn us. We have to go.
Grab has
so
not
was
moved a
Ray
single
last
inch.
time.
Crab. I thought you of all people would understand the gravity of when Svensson puts his foot in his mouth.
Perhaps burning
He
alive
told
would
us
be a
to
blessing
again.
at this point.
Oh my god, I get it. You don't like the cold. We have to move.
Do you get it?
Yes,
I want to see you be burned over a fire.
I know. You mention it a lot.
Tonight or tomorrow morning would be best.
He stands up and pulls the cloaks, both of them, as tightly as he can.
We can go now. My feet are fine.
Alright, let's
At
go.
least just out of the town.
Well, there was that man. You said that we were going to scam? I did not hear any other details.
Yeah,
Oh
let's go.
yes, we can go talk to him then.
And since we'll be cold for a long time, is there any final thing we'd like to do while we bask in the warmth?
Yeah, did we buy rations?
They don't
Or
have
those
anything that can be
yeah.
purchased. I mean, you could grab a handful of sausages and take them with you, but
I'll do that. I'll
Yeah, I'll do
I'll
that.
just grab like on full for
Yeah,
Yeah.
will that do it for a day or two?
yeah, you can get a day of food for each of you.
Do I have like a flask I can fill with booze or anything?
For sure, yeah, water flask.
Yeah, I
No longer for
No,
water.
out there, I don't need water.
True. All right, you arm up
Yeah.
before going out into the cold, and you just bask in the warmth, and then you all step out into the harsh, miserable, freezing world. You walk through the streets of Tujawa. Whatever, flare you sent up clearly was not a big enough deal for them to care that much because there's not like soldiers waiting or anything. You just head through the streets, no one stops you. You do avoid that street where the soldiers were, though, because That'd be awkward. And you leave the city. It's later in the day now. It's like 4 or 5, so you really only have like an hour of sunlight left before the sun is fully gone. But since you only need to walk 1 mile, you could push on to the village of Erasmus.
San Michel.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. You guys all walk forward, and Crab is very pissy. He's like walking slowly, like when you have to like actually stop and wait because you don't want to lose your wizard. He's just being a diva, and it makes the trip less than enjoyable because it's only a mile walk. Like, it's not that long. And eventually you arrive at a small little hamlet, just a cluster of 8 buildings pressed tightly together. You know, a little town square with a singular tree in the center. All the buildings look inhabited, like there's smoke rising up, but none of them are like shops or anything. They're just houses. And everyone is, you know, winding down for the evening.
When last time when you said no one would like house us, was that just after a demand to house us, or after like?
No, that's just like normally when you're traveling as adventurers, it is if you go to someone and say, "Hey, can I sleep in your barn?" They'll be like, "Sure." Like, that's kind of just a standard accepted practice. Sometimes even in their house if you pay them. But these people in the West, at least here in Tucson, don't do that at all. Like, you're like, "Hey, can I sleep in your barn?" And they're like, well, "No." Like, what the fuck? It's just not a tradition here.
Even if we offer to pay them?
Yeah, even if you offer to pay them.
Oh,
Would
like
you let a
how
stranger
much?
sit in your
You
house?
offer them normal rates, which is like a cup, maybe a silver or some labor.
Yeah, okay. I'll find the largest house in the town then.
Okay, it's the only one made of brick.
Yeah, go pound on the door.
You knock on the door, and you can hear sort of movement inside, and the door opens. A middle-aged woman opens up the door. She is like looks to be maybe a servant. Just has like very utilitarian clothing on. Hello?
Where's the master of the house?
Why?
We'd like lodging. We're willing to pay a lot.
No, thank you. And she starts to close the door.
A lot. I'll shove my hand in the door. We'd make it very much worth his time.
Well, I'm afraid we're not interested. And she
I'll,
opens up the door
I'll
slightly to start to slam it shut.
I'll pull out 5 gold.
She slams it on your fingers.
Fuck! Damn it!
Let's not do the talking.
Alright, we'll go to the next. We'll go to a different house.
Perhaps, Svensson, we should ask this Erasmus after we buy from him.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We were going to that place. Fuck, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, we'll go there.
You approach, well, you don't know which house he's in, so you just approach the next thatch-roofed house.
Okay.
The next one, you were given a very stony welcome. Like, they just don't open the door at all, and you're like, okay, well, hopefully they're not Erasmus. And you go to the next house, give a knock at the door. Almost immediately, the door is yanked open by an older man, maybe in his, like, late 60s. And he, you know, squints and says, "What?"
Are you Erasmus?
"Yes?"
Oh, good. We would like to acquire some, poisons. Yeah,
It's
I'm just
almost
gonna be honest.
nighttime.
And we have gold. What of it?
It's almost.
Why do you
night.
people always come at the strangest of hours? Can't you just
we
come
have-
at like 10 in the morning while I'm drinking my morning tea? It's always nighttime or dawn or middle of the night.
Well, fortunately, money doesn't seem to care what time it is.
Well, my
So,
neighbors do. Do you know what they say about me?
You know, if you have enough money, you can eventually just not have neighbors.
Not enough money. He closes the door, and you hear, you know, movement inside and sort of clinking of glass and like a whistling of like a basket, like a thing being moved around. Then the door opens, and he has a large sort of like woven basket, and inside you can see it's like partitioned into 2 separate pouches, and one of them is stacked fill with not milkweed the liquid, but like the little flowers that you basically push out the liquid from. And then in the other one, you can see a piling of little roots and mushrooms. So, what are you here for?
Guys, it was hemlock, right?
Yes.
Hemlock.
All right. He gathers together a clutch of the flowers and hands them over to you.
How much Not how much gold, but how much, hemlock is this? How many
I've
people
been
can kill?
told that if you reduce it to the liquid, then it's 1 dose.
More.
He does another bushel.
How much does he have in there?
Probably 10.
Give me all of it.
He just dumps out the whole thing. Who's holding this all? Is there you just like dumping it on Snort?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Why not? There you go.
Dump it on Snort.
Said not to
Yeah.
pay more than
5 electrum.
5. I imagine he meant per dose, right?
Yeah, I think that's what he said.
Yeah. So Alex, what would I be paying if I were to offer him 3 electrum per dose?
That would be 3 electrum per dose. And 30. Sorry, I understand what you're asking. Yeah, it'd be 30.
How much gold is that?
3 gold.
I'm gonna ask Snorda, what's that in the other half of the basket?
Alex, is this like do I recognize it or is this a check?
I think you just recognize it because we've been talking about it for the last, whatever. It's milkweed, obviously, like the raw plant that needs to be processed. And then there was also a small handful of death caps and a couple mandrakes.
Oh. The other stuff that we wanted to buy. Yeah, he's got the good stuff. He's got the other stuff we wanted.
What other
Perhaps
stuff?
we just buy the basket.
Yeah, how much for all of it?
The whole thing?
Yeah, a whole basket.
He looks you guys, looks you up and down.
Discount,
Eyes rest on your
if you
weapons.
can.
30 gold.
10.
15.
I gotta look. Oh. Come on, wait.
I'll rest my hand on my longbow. A bit of magic missile springs along my finger.
Nah, hey, come on.
Intimidation check.
Oh, okay.
Offer him 5, bro. You'd take it.
I got it.
But-
But 10
Same moment,
is
that's what I'm
actually
calling it.
pretty generous.
Indeed it is. I'll hand over 10.
He hands over the basket.
I appreciate your business.
He closes the door. Now, Snort will need to process these. These are actually kind of useless on their own, as in they can't kill people until you... Well, the death cap can. But what you have here, and I probably just have this recorded on Ben's sheet since he needs to process them anyways. You have
Yeah, let me write it down. What do we got?
10 doses of hemlock.
Okay.
You have 3 doses of death cap.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
And 4 doses of mandrake. Also,
Adrian, Andre's nodding at you like in approval, like
How many
very,
mandrakes?
very
4.
rapidly, just like yes.
The reason I have proficiency in intimidation checks.
there's also 3 raw milkweed. Though I guess most of this is raw, so it doesn't
So
really...
I already had 30, so I'm up to 33.
No, that's with the medicinal. That if you wanted to record it all medicinally, it'd be like
I
120 or something.
I see. So I'll do. So okay.
3 milkweed poison.
Yeah, I'm calling them milkweed small and milkweed
Base.
big.
Sounds good. You're poisoned up. That's enough to kill like all of you.
Mm-hmm.
You,
What do you
Snort,
think
you can
is
kill
next?
your entire party.
I am about to end the game.
Now, unfortunately, you guys don't have like a communal stew pot, but if you did, bro, oh my god, you could kill all these motherfuckers.
Hey, boss. Yeah, I'm about to be free Saturday evenings.
That's right. Oh,
Hey, Georg, don't come to school tomorrow.
no. You were
Don't
cool.
come to DMD session tomorrow.
All right. So yeah, with this dealt with, you have one last thing to do for this day before it leaves you, which is sleep on cold, hard earth. You guys wrap up tightly in your furs. Crab sort of makes a fur sandwich for himself. Snort worms his way into the crevices and cracks of your little puppy pile. If there's no way to avoid it, he'll just
Love
do
your
it anyways.
crevices and cracks.
And luckily it doesn't snow tonight, but the snow from earlier today is still left. And you guys get some sleep. Everyone except for... actually, everyone. Yeah, everyone can benefit from a short rest if you want one. So, Aaron, your exhaustion is finally gone. Which maybe it shouldn't be, but it is. Also,
Any way
remove
to
a
get-
dose of fire moss.
To get health points or health
Damn.
HP back other than her hit dice.
Georg
Oh,
is
yeah.
slowly becoming your
Yeah.
average Seattle resident.
Bozo, just be a fighter. I get guaranteed that many hit points back, so I can just do that before we go to bed.
Badge. Well, the next day, a cold sun rises. And where are we headed?
Beautiful.
All right, so can we get the world map, please?
For sure, indeed. And in terms of where you are, you're basically in Tushwa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, oh, that's where the Battle of the Sarn occurred.
Oh, it says Sarn. I thought it said same.
I could totally see that. The R and the N super merged together. Yeah.
I misread it the first time I looked at it too. I'm thinking, yeah, we cut across as close to the Feywood as we can, just because like people won't be there. And then
Probably because it's a Feywood.
yes, yeah, that's yeah.
You'll
Okay, so we're
recall on 2 separate times we passed the Feywood, we've been called to go in, one time successfully.
It's true, but we survived both of those times. The last time we got caught by people, they murdered most of our crew.
Wait, hold on. We met the hag, and what was the other?
When we were sailing by the there's the Sword Woods and then the Scary Woods and whatever that northern place is.
Oh yeah.
It also ended up with one of our guys blowing up a city block, so I don't think I want to do that anytime soon.
Like I said, the last time we got caught by
Funniest way to
people,
describe your own decision.
they killed most of our crew.
Well, our current
Yeah,
route, the
one
one we
of
have
our
drawn, gives us like 3 miles from the woods, so that's that's something.
Sure.
Cool. Well,
Are
it's
there-
a 3-day walk,
Eric's-
so yeah.
Eric's, what are the roads like around here? Looking
Dog
like?
shit, doo-doo water. There's a reason nothing's drawn on the map. Yeah, it's bad. Oh, actually, wait. Is this the Roll 20 where half the roads in Methosia and the Delian League? It is. Oh no, the Methosian ones aren't there. Anyways, basically no roads. It's like it's a bunch of backcountry things. There's no like stone highways or anything like that. It's all just, dirt.
And if there's snow on the ground, that just means there's no road.
Yeah.
Okay then. Let's
Do we want to buy rations in advance, or do we want to buy food as we go?
Seems smart to buy them in advance.
Now, we would have to go back to Tujua and buy it from a mercenary company at a markup. So the question is, do you think that'll be cheaper, or buying it as you go from peasants?
Or steal from peasants.
No, stealing is always an option, but we would have to play that out. There's always a chance that one peasant rolls a fucking natural 1 and comes back as a paladin.
yeah, it's happened
God damn it.
before.
It has happened
That
once.
would be crazy.
It happened once ever, so it could always happen again.
When did that happen?
Dwarf game part 1.
We ended up killing him again, but we were also like level 13 at the time.
Yeah. Food as we go, or ration?
I mean, we did all, kind of flee the city, so it would make more sense to just not go back there.
Cool. Food as we go. Simple.
Whatever.
We start to crunch across the snow. And, it sucks. Like, it's not bad enough cold that it's gonna kill you. It'd have to be real cold for that. You have your warm cloaks and stuff. It just kind of sucks. It slows your progress. Your noses get red. You start to sniffle. Frost starts to build and accumulate up on you throughout the course of the day. You don't see horses. You don't see much livestock out here. And basically, you just end the day having stopped at one village, bought some root vegetables, and eaten them.
I'm sorry. What did that guy say about the villages being like enemies? What specifically did he say?
I don't know what you're referencing.
Oh, it said the villages were loyal to the other side, right?
Yeah. Remember when I was talking to the
Oh,
drunk
yeah, he
mercenary?
said that he burned down villages that were loyal to Otto the Golden, yeah, and
Yeah,
pillaged them.
he said something vague about where those villages were, like the villages in between somewhere and somewhere.
What he said was every village between Toujois and La Monfel is loyal to Otto the Golden. There's just no shot that what he said is true, though, because you've gone through several villages that aren't like that. It probably was just him being like, yeah, it's okay for me to murder these people and burn down their village.
Which it is.
Yeah.
Let's remember.
Like, from what he said, then Erasmus's village should have been loyal to Otto the Golden, and that just wasn't true.
I see. I see. Okay. Can you let me know when we reach the border?
No, because there's no demarcation line.
Can you let me know when we reach that border we've drawn on the map?
No, because there's no demarcation.
Yeah, there's no way to
line.
know that you've gotten there. There's no sign. There's no nothing.
Okay.
Can you let us know when we first pass a town that's loyal the other way?
If you see like a flag, I'll let you know. Yeah.
Can you let me know?
Can
when
we use
pass,
one of Unios's 5 things that he rolled for earlier?
To know when you
Okay,
reach
well,
that random line? Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure.
This line right here, because this is where the forest starts.
Yeah, you
going
can use
back
one of
up,
Unios's
back-
lines to know
back
when you
up.
get there.
I mean,
No,
we can, but why?
I think Ethan's just worried you're gonna walk into a village that is like secretly loyal to Otto the Golden and they kill you in your sleep.
What? No, lol.
Oh,
I want
okay.
to steal from that village.
He wants to sack it, yeah.
I see,
Yeah,
I see, I see.
And-
because he's a cheap fucking, so he doesn't want to buy food, which we could totally afford. Instead, he wants to.
Also, you're
he
going
wants
to La
to push
Monfel, which
ahead
is an
into enemy
Ottonian
territory.
capital. Why would you do
Yeah.
that?
From the Autonians who gave us like a.
Because he
job
hasn't
to hit
learned from
these
what he
guys.
did in Hathon.
That's right. Oh, I'm sorry that the pirates want to continue piracy. Yeah, you're right.
All right. Well,
The
this
lesson
first
we learned wasn't
luckily-
not to
Never mind.
steal;
Yes,
it was
Aaron.
not to steal from both sides.
I'm gonna do a dose of fire moss.
Alrighty, man. Sounds good.
Okay, that already did not make sense because we only stole from one side and we got fucked over anyway.
Well, that's a
Because we went to that place.
Yeah,
if we
you-
steal
yeah.
from the Autonians and go to that place.
Yeah, it's don't steal from the side that you are later going to pass through.
Yeah, the guys who
To
said
be
they were going
fair,
to burn
I
us
think
at
the
the
actual
stake.
lesson is don't steal from the rich people of that side.
Well, either way, none of this matters for just today because we don't get to any landmark at all. We're just walking through random fucking villages, and all of them shrink you, except for one village, which sells you some root vegetables for 300 pence for all of you. So, who would like to pay 3 electrum?
I will.
I'm not
Alrighty.
doing it. You can't make me.
You guys sleep in a slight divot in the terrain, a sort of hollow. Tonight, Snort, are you going to use your medicinal milkweed?
On myself?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it, and I'm gonna hold that rock real close to see if I get any like crazy like drugged out dreams where I talk to demons and storms and such.
Yeah. So, not exactly. Everyone else notices that you took it, though, because you don't roll around at all. You just stay in one spot. And for you, Snort, you don't wake up for your morning scheming. You sleep right through 2 a.m., right through 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Everyone is getting up, like they're, getting their shit ready. It's like 7:30 in the morning. Like, this is probably the latest you've slept in your entire life. And it takes a crab poking you to actually wake you from your slumber.
Huh?
Are you doing okay?
What? I haven't schemed about it yet.
What?
What? Oh man. Yeah, I took a little medicine to make me sleepy more.
Well, whatever
make
you
me
did, do
more
it
sleepy
again.
more.
I didn't wake up with your feet in my face again.
Oh no, but it's I don't know, man. Okay.
Damn.
Dude, he needs a scheming. He needs a scheming. Alrighty. So this second day,
I had hope in the night that he might have died for.
Jesus Christ.
I'll look over to Unios. I got a surprising amount of sleep last night.
Yes, the little one. He wasn't bothering us.
You guys describe
little
him like a
one.
baby.
I'll look at Snort.
Eh.
Oh yeah.
Hi.
Does he look different?
He looks not okay. He looks weary and like a bit delirious.
Why does he look like that?
Hey,
This
hey,
is the
hey,
Yu-Gi-Oh
hey!
way.
I look over and I look at Sons and I go, hey, 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 hey,
Hello,
Who's he saying
Snort.
this to?
hey! I got good news.
Oh,
Poison works.
evidently it didn't work
Poison
enough.
works. Nah, I took a little goblin amount.
Of the
Oh.
milkweed?
Yeah,
Oh.
the poison.
That explains it.
Yeah, I was making sure I knew which one's which.
You should
That's
do that
right.
every night.
Nah, it's poison. It's bad for you.
No,
You know,
no,
Snort.
no. It's good for me. Usually, you look like you've gotten a lot of sleep.
Nah,
I certainly got a lot of sleep.
it's poison, and I got no schemes.
Snort, I've heard that if you take a little bit of poison every day, you will build up a tolerance.
And
It would make you tough.
then I just gotta no, and then you just got a poison habit. Then in what's the why what? I gotta go.
He starts to walk eastward. And you guys join him.
Certainly a change of pace.
Yeah. So now, Jackson, now that this is where we could talk about using one of your geography-related things, do we just want to continue eastward and eventually veer south towards La Monfel, or what do we want to do here?
Am I able to just say, like, I follow this line?
Yeah, for sure. If you guys just want to walk to La Monfel, there's plenty of signs which tell you where to go.
Boys?
It's
Let's
not
go
like
there.
it's not like the thing the French did where they purposefully mislabeled the signs.
Is that real?
That has happened at multiple points. And yeah, it happened in World War II as well. The Germans did it.
The French, dude. Those
Yeah.
guys.
But no, it's not like that. So we can just follow it. We just go east then. There is a change that happens.
Do I need to take out one of my
To follow
geography
a
die?
line? No. There's signs that tell you where to go. That's not like, yeah. At about noon, you guys do notice a change in the surrounding, and it's actually pretty subtle. It's not like there's no sign. It's not like that. It's just you notice that villages start to show signs of damage. Like the first villages you spot, their fields have been not harvested, but burned, which have a very distinctive impression on the landscape. You find areas where vast swaths of trees have been cut down. You find villages that are empty. No smokestacks rise from them. And the closer you get to this sort of imaginary border, you find burned down villages. You find what you think maybe not battlefields, but definitely places where skirmishes happened, because you can see femur bones and other human remains poking up out of fords and other such areas. You can find the leftover things of a conflict. So like the border is not like a front line by any means, it's just the area where most of the fighting happens in the vicinity of. And the villagers that are here are incredibly, like, when you go around noon, you're starting to get a bit hungry, so you go to one of these villages that actually has a person in it, and he bolts his door shut and responds to nothing. Like, there's no way to get him out of there. However, you eventually cross through a sort of valley, which has a decent amount of woodland in it. And as you crest up to the other side of the valley, it starts to slowly return to normal. And by the time you end the day and your stomachs are killing you, you find a village that is willing to let you in, and they give you all some fresh baked bread, some stew, and they are going to charge you 60 pence for all of you. So,
Yeah, I paid the last time, nerds. So
Do we know
I'll
if
pay
these
this
guys
one. I'll pay this one.
are
Yeah.
Etonians or
how would you tell?
Clovians?
Is that does an Electrum cover that? 2 Electrum?
3 silver. Electrum would also cover it, but you're overpaying. I don't know if
I'll
you
pay
care.
the 1 Electrum.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah,
It's
who cares?
easier.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, how would
Or
you
the
tell if they're
Bastion,
Etonian or
right?
Clovian?
I love Otto shirt.
There is no I Love Auto shirt.
Disappointing. His merchandise.
That must make them Clovian if they don't have an I Love Auto shirt.
Do they got like a Make Tucson Great Again shirt?
Yeah, none of those. Yeah, it must be pro-Autonian then. I don't think it's like obvious. Like, they're not like bald monks. They're just normal people.
Not like bald monks.
Yeah, well, because there's those people in Amiens who are bald with the tattoos.
Had no eyes.
Yeah. So they just let you stay inside their house. These people seem to have been relatively untouched by the conflict so far in their little hamlet outside of a valley. And you guys get some of the best sleep you've had. Snort, are you dosing yourself again?
No.
All right. Okay, never mind. You get goodish sleep. And another short rest. And the next day, we can continue our marching tour across Tucson. It's a long day of marching. There's basically there's a slightly higher density of villages here than out westward, but they're not all that close together. So it is just a lot of walking. The complaints are largely gone at this point. Crab doesn't really complain. Snort is kind of used to seeing snow at this point because it's been like 5 solid days of it. It's a little bit less magical now, and it is just kind of depressing, like walking. Pretty depressing environs as well because there's no like evergreens out here. It's just empty trees. Eventually, though, later in the day, a settlement very slowly comes into view. There's no one moment where you're like, oh, that's the city. It's just that over the horizon, details of the city begin to come into view. You see a steepled church taller than the walls, and then the walls themselves. But they're pretty small ones. They're like 10 feet tall. There's also no formal war camp outside the city or cannons on the walls. There's also no banners of occupying forces. This city looks very different to Joie. This almost looks like a giant bandit camp because bandits don't have tabards. They don't have banners to mark what lord they're loyal to. They just have weapons. And that is what most of the people that you can see in this city look like. There's also no city watch guarding the gates or anything. The gates are just open. But the quantity of soldiers is really high. Despite it being winter, you can see people walking across the streets carrying weapons from bar to bar, from building to building. It looks like this entire city has been turned into a giant barracks.
I suppose it was too late to have us approach from a less suspicious direction.
The northwest? Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit late.
Sorry,
But to be fair, there's no one on watch, so I guess you could just go to a different gate. But there's no one watching the gates.
Probably doesn't matter either way then.
All right. You guys approach the city and walk in through the northwestern gate. It is a lot more busy on the streets, as I said before. There is no central hub location for them to all be focused. And there's 3 distinctive groups of people that walk the streets. There is what are clearly mercenaries. They just are largely drunk or bored and they're just wandering. They'll sometimes walk into random buildings and you can hear muffled what the fuck are you doing in my house, bro? Stuff like that. And then there are the citizens of the city who generally walk with heads down, trying to mind their own business. And then there are the roving gangs of fanatics, bald. Occasionally they have tattoos. They always wear very uncomfortable monk's habits, and they carry a mixture of flails and whips.
Huh. Okay. Let's head on in.
Me flailing and whipping.
Yeah, I mean, you just walk into the city. There's no one to greet you, no one to stop you. You do get a couple of monks glance in your direction, but they seem to look at you and then immediately just decide those are mercenaries and go mind their own business.
Yeah, that's probably.
I feel like we are very mercenary coded.
You literally, are mercenaries.
Yeah. Sorry, that was.
I'm so
Wow.
mercenary coded.
So
This man is
coded
hired
and
to kill
killer build?
people.
Yeah.
So, where find people? I mean, there's many people around here. So, where find people you look for?
Where do the mercenaries seem to be gathering?
That's the thing, right? They're not. They're just like immediately in your what you see right now. There are 2 streets, one which goes sort of diagonally, another one which goes straight. You see a group of 4 guys. They're just sitting in the middle of the street, just in a circle, chatting it up. You see over in another corner, some people are sitting underneath an awning playing some drinking games. You see another one, these 2 guys are knocking on the door of a house, and one of them is drunkenly slumped up against it, shouting at the people inside.
Okay. So the companies have to be assembled somewhere.
Somewhere.
At the very least. Somewhere. The question is just finding out where. So guys, I have a couple ideas. Idea one, we just walk into some peasant's house and ask them where the mercenaries tend to be gathered, because it seems that other people are just kind of barging into houses. You know, fuck the Third Amendment and all that. So there is that option.
You tell him, buddy.
We could wander around the city until we find a large gathering place, if we find one. The last city we were in, it was Amiens. Were the bars shut down by the fanatics?
Yes.
Or the still up? Okay.
Well, kind of. They were trying to shut them down.
Are they actually shut down in this city? Or
You, on this street, you can't see any. You have to go deeper into the city to find bars.
so yeah, the options are basically wander around or bust into some peasant's house, unless anyone else has an idea.
Busting into a peasant's house seems like a bad idea. What I'm gathering is that they're not congregated any one way in specific, so we'd have to ask about the bad company itself. Or just wander around, so I think that's the better option.
We could ask the mercenaries about the bad company, I suppose. Like, walk up to the first group of 4 we see or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's the guys in the road. There's the guy playing drinking games under an awning.
We could also disperse. Like, Georg goes plays the drinking game, because he'll probably win. And then, like...
I don't want to split up.
Alright.
Crab nods.
I do not trust any of these men.
That's fair. That's fair. Sounds like we're wandering around, then. Should we ask the mercenaries as a group?
Asking about what?
You know, what they fought. The same thing we were asking the, I'll lower my voice for this. The same thing we were asking the Clovian mercenaries. Just
Yeah. Yeah, me sure.
The city can't be... Eric, how big's this city again?
Oh, small. Like, it probably has it's probably the smallest Tusanian city you've seen yet. When it's normal, it probably only holds about 5,000, but it's like bursting at the seams. That's why there's people out in the street. Like, if you could be in a house, you would be. Clearly, there's way too many soldiers in this city for what it's meant to support.
Yeah, so wander around till we see a halfling.
Based.
Unless they're, moved on from the city, but I doubt it.
Oh, and then
Try to
send me in to
have
talk to him.
Yeah, you got your man on the inside.
Yeah.
There it is.
Hello.
And then Stork could be like, by the way, try this bitter thing.
It's like a little drinking game. Like, you lick the bitter thing like 17-ish times, and then we see if you pass out, and if you do, then you win.
Don't check if he's dead. He's not. He's sleeping.
All right, so we're wandering and looking for a halfling. Well, you guys walk forward down the main thoroughfare, follow this cobbled street, and it opens up into a small opening square. In the center of this square, well, a little bit off to the side, but mostly in the center of the square, there is a large wooden apparatus, those being a series of stockades built atop a platform. And you spot your first halfling. Inside the stockades are 6 people. All of them have placards underneath them. 3 of them read heretic, 2 read abominations, and 1 reads heathen. And within the stockades, most of these people are dead. They've been in the stockades for a long time, but the halfling seems to be clinging on.
What sign does he have?
His reads abomination.
Is there some, like, bald monk who seems to be presiding over the whole thing?
No, the people are just left in the stockades.
There's gotta be a racism thing, right?
Has to be. I don't. It says you said it said abomination.
Abomination.
It says abomination. It has to be racism. Oh, we can ask him. I'll walk up to him.
Yeah, he looks rough. He's like, because stockades are designed for normal people, they didn't make like a small person one, so like he's just hanging from it, like full on, like his whole lower body's just hanging from the stockade, which is not good because all that weight's going onto his neck. So he's probably only been in here maybe a couple hours or a day, but he looks like his face is like beet purple, his lips are cracked and dehydrated, like his eyes are like watering, like there's just like tear rivulets running down his face. Not good. And I think, Snort, you do notice that Crab sort of like when you first see the halfling, he does sort of get a bit closer to you. Maybe he just wanted to see the halfling suffer, or maybe he was trying to be protective of his little halfling friend.
Adrian, can you hold him up?
Looks at Andre.
What do you want?
Oh fuck! I'm sorry. Yeah, Andre, can you hold him up so we can talk to him?
Isn't he in a stockade?
Yeah, but his lower body is dangling.
Yeah. I meant like support him so the weight's not on his neck anymore. It's just like you're just holding this so we can talk and breathe, get a respite for a little bit. He'll be more incentivized to talk with us that way.
It's a good plan. I'll do it.
Yeah, you just walk over, lift up his lower body, and immediately the halfling starts taking in deep, heaving breaths, just breathing in and out as deeply as he can.
All right,
I'm
there
gonna
you go.
keep an eye out for inquisitors if any
Yes.
see
All
us
right,
doing
roll an
that.
active perception check, and your passive perception is the floor. Ethan, continue.
There you go, little man. Breathe some. Breathe some.
Oh, thank you.
Of course, yes. I got a few questions for you now.
Yeah. Can you get me out of here? I'd be very inclined to speak if I could be in a warm place with a drink.
I'll look to Eunice. You see anyone?
Eric?
No, you don't. There's no bald people in this square.
What's keeping him in there at the moment?
There are two little metal pins that hold down the stockade. They're not locked. You could just pull the pins out.
I'll shake my head, but not look at him. Try and look like I don't know these. I'll stand close to like Crab and.
And you're shaking your head. You're
Snort.
shaking to say no one's there. Never mind. I think you were shaking your head to be like, we shouldn't let him out.
Oh, okay.
I was like, no. Yeah, you get the clear.
I'll look to Snort. Snort, can you make an illusion to make it look like there's someone in there for a little bit? Or like disguise yourself.
I can see what I can do.
Or how's this? Can you we're gonna take the pins out. Alright. We'll take him somewhere to question him. You stay in here, and then after like 10 minutes, then you leave, so at least we have a head start. We'll leave the pins out while you're in there and everything. Get out. That's why I'm not trying to be mean to you.
Let's just go. Let's just leave right now.
I will say at this point you are starting to draw attention, not from bald guys, because there are none, but mercenaries, you're spending a lot of time around this particular stockade, and they don't seem to be going to stop you. They don't care, but they are looking at you, so they would know that you were involved.
Let's just go. Let's just take them.
Yeah. I'll fucking have, I'll pop the pins out.
Yep.
Fucking take the guy. I'll grab the halfling.
Okay, well, yeah, man, you can walk. But, fair enough. Yeah, you just pick him up.
Yeah,
you just, put him like a sack of potatoes right in your arm like a football, You just pick him up, and you just start to walk away, and no one stops you. They see you, but they don't stop you.
Get a good, 500,000, 1,500 feet away. Before,
Okay, you go for a... Yeah? Ben?
Oh, I was just gonna say, it'll be nice if what gets us TPK'd is an act of good for once.
That would be nice, yeah.
That would be insane.
Unless he's here for a bad reason, in which case, you guys leave the square and immediately head into an alleyway. From there, you just sort of follow Georg, Unios's, and Shaibon's natural roguish instincts and find yourself in a very quiet corner of the city because it is so run down. This is an abandoned building that was condemned for some reason. You can see even scorch marks along the bottom of the structure, meaning at one point there was an attempt to destroy it for some reason, but they didn't succeed, and you guys find yourself on the second floor of this abandoned structure, and it is almost dead silent in here, which is a nice change of pace. And there's just that halfling who has mostly recovered, in terms of breathing at least. He's still cracked lips and all purple-faced.
You a bit better now? Pat him on the shoulder.
Better than I was all of today, at least.
Alright, Georg, you have some alcohol?
The water would be nice, too.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll hand him my water skin. I'll hand him some rations.
He downs the entire thing, which is impressive for considering how small he is.
I'll hand him some food.
Yeah, you hand him some food you bought on the way here this morning.
Alright, there you go. Eat that up now.
You must be new in town.
Yeah, we are. What landed you in those? Stuck.
Well, there was a request made by a very powerful member of the clergy for one of my feet.
Yeah, been there.
Ah, I see.
Are you from Hampshire?
No.
Not around, kind of around those parts, but not proper.
You ever seen it though?
People's feet being taken.
No, Hampshire.
Oh, Hampshire. Oh yeah, I seen Hampshire.
Is it like they say?
Oh, have you never been?
No.
Oh, how do they say it's like?
They say it's a place where halflings can be free. You know, where there's we have the best technology, we win battles and win wars, and we stop the humans at the walls.
Yeah, yeah, it's just like that.
Anyways, yeah, the priest said that my foot would be well used, and that I'd receive a blessing for it. And I told him to stuff his robes in his mouth.
Yeah.
Good on you.
I guess I was lucky they didn't kill me.
Yeah. Also true.
Well, I got some questions
Eric,
for you.
can I roll an insight to see if he's telling the truth?
Yeah. Your gut instinct, based on his demeanor, is that he is, but I mean, he could be a very accomplished liar, but the fact that it was abomination and not like con artist or something makes you think. Plus, with that insight, I think your overall vibe is that he's genuine.
All right.
I'll look to the rest of the group. Anyone look like they're getting bad vibes from the guy?
I can't believe he's never been to Hampshire.
Crab is scowling, but he's always scowling.
You haven't been to Hampshire.
Yeah, I have.
Have you?
Why
Yeah.
are you questioning his halfling cred right now?
Worst time.
I'll look to the actual halfling. I just got a few questions for you. You can be on your way to wherever you
As far as I'm concerned, I owe you. I don't know. I mean, I don't think they would have killed me, but I owe you a lot of comfort, so I'll answer as best as I can.
What are you, you a mercenary? I imagine
No.
you're not from... No?
No, I'm actually a tattoo artist. I was one of the camp followers with the army.
Oh, I see. But, you're following Otto's army, I imagine.
Well, I was. Clearly not anymore.
Yeah. But, Otto's army, they have a mercenary company made up of entirely halflings, right? The bad company.
Yeah, I tattooed a couple of them.
Right. And, it's not entirely halflings, right? They got a human and a dwarf.
No, just a human. At least when I was there.
Just a human. No mention of a dwarf of any kind.
I
Be it
mean,
old.
I don't know. I always wanted to get to know the folks pretty well, but they weren't exactly friendly towards me.
Why not?
Well, they're all from Hampshire.
Yeah. That's how they get.
Do Hampshirean halflings look down upon ones not from Hampshire?
All the ones I've met have.
Yeah, I'm looking down on this guy right now.
What?
Nah, not really. I'm not from there either. You seem nice.
Where are you from?
Yeah, you wouldn't have heard of it. It's
what-
called Chicken Foot.
Chicken Foot.
Uh,
I think I
They
heard
named
about a
things
Chicken
after
Foot
food down
Mountain
there.
over in the Lord's League. Any relation?
Yeah, they probably took it from us.
Hmm.
We're kind of influential in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But as I was saying, I would have wanted to get to know them better, but they didn't speak much about it. I mean, I knew a couple of their names look, you saved my life, so I appreciate that greatly, but, I mean, they're also, my people.
Yeah, I get it.
Do you have any trouble with them?
No, not with... We actually don't have any trouble with any of them. Any of the halflings,
Oh,
actually.
that's good.
Yeah. None of them.
Just
One
the
of them.
human.
Oh. Well, I mean, I know his name, but I don't
I'll
know much else
glare at
beyond that.
Andre.
What's he
name?
called?
Alem Su, some southerner.
Okay, yeah. Good.
He had a bunch of nasty looking tats, but he never let me touch anything.
Where are they camped out? Bad company.
I think they're somewhere up north. When the building started, apparently all the mercenaries say that they got lucky. I think they were sent to the Eclaircie.
The river.
Yeah. They were on some sort of guard duty. I'm not sure why the other companies are all so jealous of them. Maybe they're getting paid.
Are the rest of them not?
Not until the spring starts.
See. Alright, so they're potentially under contract at the moment.
I mean, I don't know. I just don't know why else they'd be so jealous. I mean, I'm sure it's freezing up there too.
Yeah, it's even farther north. That would make sense.
Plus, it's close to the other rebels and De Leon's. I mean, I don't know any details of the war. I try not to, poke my head to those sort of things, but I doubt it's safe.
Yeah, most likely. You said you were a tattoo artist?
Yeah.
You got... Alright, just gonna be honest with you then. We're looking for poisons of some kind. You ever
No.
tattoo anyone who might know anything about that?
All right. How about you do me a favor and how you do a favor? I don't have any of my things, so I don't even know if I could get out of the city right now.
Alright.
I mean, coin would be nice, but I can't eat coin. So, how about one of those coats and the rest of the food you got on you, and then I'll give you what you're asking for.
I'll look at Crab.
Crab will clutch his 2 coats tight to his chest.
You got 2 coats, man. We can buy you another one.
He stares at you.
I will buy you another one.
Buy yourself one.
You have 2.
He does not respond.
The moment we are done with this, we will go and get you another coat. The second we are done with this.
He sighs
just give him your own coat.
He sighs very heavily and unwraps one of his coats, and you can see he is sweating beneath those 2 coats, but he wants to be sweating. He hands the second of his 2 coats to the halfling.
He wants to be sweaty.
Alright, I will give him all the food I have. At the very least.
I mean, yeah, you can give him all the stuff you have. It's never going to last more than a day from rotting perspective. But you give him some food, he starts to chow down, and in between bites, he says, "Yeah, there was this one fellow named Tom.
Tom, you say?
Yep, very simple looking, plain old peasant fella, but that's intentional. He's a member of the Salamanca."
Member of Salamanca. And what are they?
Oh, wow, you're not even from the north, are you?
No, not at all.
Ah, well,
Yeah, they sell meth by Mexico.
they're a criminal sort.
Oh my god, he did just bite it.
Okay, where do we find them?
Where do you find Tom?
No, Salamanca in general.
Tom
but, maybe
Salamanca.
I couldn't say.
Salamanca money, Salamanca blood.
Couldn't say. You don't have a general location somewhere, a city maybe.
Oh, I mean, city? I'd reckon they're in most cities in the Northern Kingdoms.
All right. Are they the kind of people we could find in like seedier bars, things of that nature?
The only one I've ever met is Tom. I mean, I know the rest of them by reputation.
Where'd you meet Tom? Tattooing him?
Yeah, he wanted some updates.
Updates.
Yeah,
What
he
kind
had,
What kind of tattoos are we looking at here?
well, he called them his favorites, it's things like foods he likes, places he's visited, things like that. He wanted me to add a flower.
Weird.
Oh, is he a human?
Yeah, he's a normal looking folk. Honestly, I don't think you'll ever find him. I say you just start asking around for him and he'll find you.
Ah, okay. Ask for a guy named Tom in seedy bars.
Not even seedy anywhere, I'd imagine.
Huh.
You just say, hey, we're looking for a fella named Tom, and say, I don't know, some detail about him. Nothing involving tattoos, hopefully. Say,
That's something else.
oh, Tom with the stopwatch. He has a wristwatch that he carries around.
With a wristwatch, you say?
Mm-hmm. I bet he'll find you after a couple days of asking about that.
Alright, is there something specific about the watch, or just the watch itself?
I mean, the fact he has one, I've never seen anyone other than noblemen with those.
Alright, okay.
What is your name?
Hey,
Mm-mm.
that's it.
Huh?
That's my name.
Hey? Oh,
Hey.
hey. Yeah.
Oh, that's right, you are a halfling. You,
Yep. Since the day I was born.
Sorry, I forget sometimes. You've been very helpful. Thank you. I'll flip him. Actually, yeah. How many electrum in a gold?
10.
I'll give him 10 electrum. So that's honestly...
He needs a coin purse as well. Because he doesn't have one.
I have enough coins that I'm sure
You
I
have
have an
multiple,
extra
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you hand him off an additional coin purse, and he scampers away, hopefully to get out of the city. Good luck to Hay. And we will
Hay is
save...
for horses.
All right,
It is,
crap.
yeah.
Let's go get your coat back.
Yeah, we'll save Crab and Tom and whatever other mercenaries and the bag company for next time. Potentially a conclusion, though at this rate, likely not. But yeah, that'll be next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Like and subscribe.
I love you.